Thanks for joining. We are going to do some really fun stash builder bundles. So you're going to get some really good deals on nice bundles where instead of having to buy an individual piece of fabric, you're going to get a nice bundle of fabric. And we also have felted wool. So let us know in chat when people are ready for some felted wool bundles. And I have larger packs, medium packs, and small little piece packs. And I wanted to share. So the the owner's spouse, whose estate this is, shared another one of her amazing projects. And so I wanted to share this. And this is a smaller, like wall hanging. And this is made, the outside borders are all regular quilting cottons and then behind, but then all of these blocks are appliqued with tiny little pieces of felted wool. And it's beautifully embroidered and zoom in, swipe left and zoom in if you want to see a close up of how beautiful this is. Actually, let me put the camera up here and just show you how pretty this is up close. So you can see all these little flowers and the stems are and the little leaves, and then you've got the little flower centers, and she did all the beadwork and embroidery, and it's just all made with these little tiny beautiful pieces of felted wool. And that's some of what we have today. I have some tiny pieces, I have some medium-sized pieces. Larger, medium size is what you would probably need for the little baskets. The tiny pieces for all these little flowers, leaves. And then I have larger pieces that you could do bigger projects with, such as, let me show you another project. This is like a table. Um, Let me put this down on the table so you can see it. So this is like a table centerpiece, and it is felted wool. The piece is wool, and then it's got some flannel backing, and then all these little appliques are made with. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Are made with little felted wool, and this has a scripture on it. She seeks wool and flax and works willingly with her hands. Proverbs 31:13. And you can see the beautiful little applique felted wool work on here. So nice piece. Some of the stuff's ideas you can do with some of this beautiful stuff. All right. So hopefully you got a good look at that. Thanks for joining. And let me get the camera back up here. And some of these projects will be for sale. I haven't had time yet to completely look at them and list them and measure them and stuff. But if you're interested in some of those that I'll show, they'll be available at some point. I'll get them listed, or message me and say you'd really love that, and I can work up an offer for you. All right. Thanks for joining, everyone. Let's get started with a giveaway. And giveaway number one, you get to pick cute scrapbook stickers, camping or Las Vegas stickers. So cute little scrapbook stickers. They're like little 3D Jolie's Boutique. So everybody getting that giveaway. And then here's the cute Las Vegas ones with the little cards and dice and everything. So everybody get in that giveaway for scrapbook stickers. And then I've got nice but big old stack of nice fat quarters that you'll be able to pick from in our buyer giveaways. So we'll try and remember to run those throughout the show. I'm terrible at remembering, but we sometimes get them make them happen. Yeah, okay, you're pretty big at that. I'm great at it. Well, I don't know, it's just one of those things. You get busy selling and then you kind of forget to run them, and then but we will do them, and if it helps if people remind us. Hint hint. Okay, stash building bundles. Let me tell you what these are. So she just had, like most quilters, big shelves full of all kinds of her fabrics, bins full, sorted sometimes by color, by type, style, whatever. And I thought, let's just do some nice bundles. And these are smaller pieces. So they're going to be like quarter yards, eighth yards, fat eighths, fat quarters. I think I pulled out most of the stuff that was bigger than a half yard. Um, so half yard or bigger. But you still get some really nice, like, let's just look. So this one is a fat quarter. Super cute. And so you're getting a fat quarter with that one. This one looks like it's a quarter yard. Yeah, this one's a quarter yard. And then the third piece that's with this looks like it's a little fat eighth. Yeah, it's a fat eighth. Okay, so you're getting a fat quarter, a quarter yard, and a fat eighth in this little bundle. And so 3 nice pieces of fabric. And I'm going to start these. Let's see.
At what?
At $4. So $4, you're getting 3 nice pieces. Oh, I started that one at 3. Someone grab it. So really cute, nice fabrics. These are all nice quilting cottons. She worked for 20 plus years at her local, excuse me, my voice is froggy today. Her local quilt shop. So it's all nice stuff. You're going to find some really cool vintage stuff, because she's been sewing and quilting for many years. And you'll find some more modern stuff too. And Carrie is going to get that nice little bundle. Congrats.
Carrie mac and cheese.
All right. And she has just all kinds of styles of
Thanks,
fabrics, a lot of Civil War, because that was one of her passions. She loved all the beautiful Civil War fabrics. So this is an example of a Civil War bundle. And just again, I'll really quickly show, like, this is a Nancy Gear quarter yard piece. That's a Civil War. This looks to me like a Judy Rothermel, but I could be wrong. Don't have the marked side of the selvage. It feels and looks like a Judy Rothermel Marcus. And then this nice piece is a fat quarter. Again, I don't have the marked selvage. So you're getting 2 fat quarters and a quarter yard in this nice bundle. And here we go. I'm going to start this one for $4. We're going down to 15 seconds and then we'll go down even more once we get warmed up. Thanks for being here, everybody. So that nice Civil War bundle is running. So you've got 2 fat quarters in there and a quarter yard of fabric. Beautiful Civil War prints. Thank you for your bid. JPS is here. Thank you. That's coming to you.
Paper, scissors, JPS.
Everyone getting that giveaway for some cute scrapbooking type scissors or stickers. Stickers.
JPS on the brain.
All right, let me clear my throat here. You guys are listening to this crappy, junky voice. Okay, that's better. I have some cute Christmas bundles too. That and this one's actually quite heavy. This one I think is a half yard or close to a half.
And the giveaway winner is bum bum bum.
Oh, yeah, the giveaway winner.
Whoa!
Rely. So would you like the camping or the Vegas? So camping, junk, journaling, scrapbooking, stickers, or the Las
Vegas,
Vegas.
baby.
You are welcome. Which would you like? I'll let you pick. Camping, coming to you. All right. So this piece is like a really neat little pine cone print. It is Harvest Home by Nancy Halverson for Ben Artex. And it is a half yard. So that's a half yard right there. Okay. And then you've got these 2 that look like they're quarter yards. One that's in this colorway. I think these are the same print in 2 color. Oh, no, they're not the same print, but they're similar. And it looks like they're both quarter yards. Okay. So that's a full yard of fabric there. Half yard and 2 quarter yards. And we're going to run that This is a stash builder bundle. I'm going to start this one at $6. That's the equivalent of a full yard of fabric. Beautiful Christmas prints to build your stash. All right, nobody's into Christmas yet. They're like, we just started spring. All right, but you may want this one. Man, my voice is so bad today. Sorry, you guys. Fat quarter. This one is More Holiday Spirit by Deb. Somebody for Henry Glass. That is the cutest fat quarter. And then look at this one that has Christmas greetings and Merry Christmas. Super cute. Also a fat quarter. Unmarked salvage on that one. And then this one is also a fat quarter. Beautiful kind of golden scroll, Christmassy scroll. So those 3 fat quarters. That is a really cute bundle. Right? Okay.
Right. You bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say.
So
Quite right.
here we go. Whoops. Hang on. My screen's freaking out. All right. 3 verified fat quarters. Beautiful Christmas. Look how cute those are. That is a super cute print. And then you've got these beautiful Christmas words and this beautiful kind of golden ivy scroll.
Carrie grabs
Carrie is grabbing those. Good get. Okay. This is the cutest set. I decided not to separate them. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors of the same super cute dot. And let's see if one of them has the marked selvage. They're all fat quarters. Oh, you guys, this is collectible fabric. This is Snippets by American Jane Sandy Clop.
American woman.
The American Jane Sandy Clop. It's the little scattered polka dots in these super cute retro colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fat quarters. Okay. These are cute. And let's get this started. 2, 4, 6, 8, $10 worth. I'm starting it at 8. This is a complete set of little American Jane Sandy Clop Moda fat quarters from that line in the little retro dots. Cute colors. You've got orange, red, blue, minty green, and pink. Thank you, Janet. That's a good get. Those are super cute.
Good job.
Coming to you.
Janet.
All right, this is a beautiful set. Looks like we've got a like an 1/8 of a yard, an 1/8 of a yard. And these are that's a Paula Barnes Marcus Civil War. This one is a Paula Barnes Marcus Civil War. And then this one is a fat quarter, I think. Yeah, fat quarter unmarked selvage side. Isn't that gorgeous? So I don't know the maker on that one. So you've got a fat quarter and 2 like 1/8 yard pieces in this little bundle. And let's get that started.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right. Fat quarter of this gorgeous. And then 2 that are like 1/8 of a yard of these Paula Barnes Marcus Brothers. Look at those pretty pinks. So fat quarter and 2 1/8 yard pieces, no takers. Any Civil War lovers here today?
Maybe not yet. They'll be in.
All right, anyone in the chat love wovens? We just got a raid, the 1799 house. Thank you so much for the raid. We'll pull up your profile and share it. So stick around for just a second and we'll run another giveaway. Giveaway is running scrapbook stickers. I'm going to do the Las Vegas ones this time. Look how cute these are with the little slot machine, dice, cards, poker chips, and the little Las Vegas sign. They're little 3D dimensional. All right. And who loves your wovens? These are so pretty. Catopia. So we have two raids right in a row. Thank you guys. This is 1799 house, Teresa, and she sells in the scrapbooking, junk journaling, and jewelry. And she has a show on the 14th. Anna Griffin and Graphic 45. Beautiful seller, lots of nice things. Make sure you have Teresa follow and bookmark.
Please.
I sure will.
Coral, you want?
And then let me pull up.
And good wife, put yourself for local pickup if
Yes,
you like,
put yourself for local pickup.
if you choose.
All right, and let me get Catopia pulled up.
And
Lori Thomas is Catopia. And her next show, oh, you don't have one scheduled. If you want to get one scheduled for us to bookmark. So Catopia is Lori. Tell us what you sell. And when you're thinking about doing a next show, it says, I'm looking at her shop and it looks like beads.
She sells live cats.
Okay. Thank you so much. Great. Everyone getting that giveaway. And let's do this beautiful set of wovens. Looks like we've got, um, let's see. Oh, and there is a possibility, just so you know, that possibly some of these pieces, like this one that's a fat quarter, might have little bits cut out because she did tons of applique. So don't be shocked if there's a little cutout. I try to mitigate that, but it is what it is. Let me get another piece to put with that one instead, since we opened that one and saw that. Okay, so we're gonna do this piece instead, woven, fat quarter. This one, fat quarter. Beautiful woven plaid. And then this one, it looks like it's a quarter. Oh, there's two pieces of it. There's a fat quarter and then an extra little chunk that was tucked inside. Because, of course, if you're a quilter, you keep your extra little pieces together with it. All right. So 3 fat quarters of wovens. And will you answer that? And everyone getting that giveaway. All right, here we go. 3 fat quarters. I'm going to start this at 6, 2, 4, 6. Beautiful quilt shop woven fat quarters, plaids. So pretty. And I love the way wovens look in projects. And so did she. They just add some texture. Thank you, Stephanie. Those are coming to you. Let me show you what I mean. So if you have a project like for example, this is a little like table centerpiece she did, and this is a woven fabric here. And just see how much texture it adds to that. And then she used the same fabric on the back. Isn't this cute? So a little wall hanging beehive. This one is marked Utah 2002. So she did this little project. And this one is all quilting cottons, no wool on this one, but super cute, right?
Is this Stephanie's?
Yes. All right. So I personally really like what wovens add to your projects. This one has a woven on the back. This is another table centerpiece she did with the felted wool. Look at her little flowers and the centers on these. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. All right. So that was my little plug for If haven't used wovens, you need to, because they really just add some really nice texture and
And
stuff to your projects. So let's do another little woven bundle. These have a really nice, smooth feel. We're getting a winner, and our winner is Relive.
Wow again.
Wow, you are lucky today. Those are coming to you. All right, these beautiful wovens have kind of a silky feel to them. They're 100% cotton, and these are 3 fat quarters. Look how pretty those are. And that first one has a little bit of slub on it too. So let's get that started. I'm going to start this at $5 for 3 beautiful wovens. Look at the little slub on that one. Look how pretty that is. And look at this one with the plums in there. Beautiful woven fat quarters. Anyone in on that? Thank you, good wife. Those are coming to you. And yeah, just text me and we'll figure out a pickup work that works for you. All right, these are really cool. Who likes texture? Look at the texture in this. This is like a little embroidered X in these wovens. So the way they manufacture them, it actually weaves that little X into there. And you've got this fat quarter. Let's see. That one's also a fat quarter. And then this one also a fat quarter. So 3. And these are a little bit more rough texture, more like a homespun type, texture. And then with that nice, extra weave in there, these are super pretty. So you're getting 3 fat quarters, beautiful textured wovens. Look how neat those are. And if you do a lot of like primitive stuff, these are beautiful to use for kind of the more primitive country style stuff. Those are super pretty. Thank you. Those are coming to you.
Thank you, good wife.
All right. Let's do I have a couple of really cute bundles that are colorful. She had a bin that was marked dots. So like she had just put everything that had dots on it in here. And these are super cute. Look at these bright, fun pieces that she had in there. Just, I mean, I just put some together that so these would be little stash builder pieces. Let's see, we've got Clothworks fat quarter. This one, unmarked side of the selvage, but it's got all this color. And it is a fat quarter also. And this fun swirl that reminds me of like that Candy the Globstoppers, unmarked selvage. These are all nice quilting
Good wife
cottons.
says, don't forget that Flora Coral bundle that you.
Oh, yeah. Which one was that? Was it this one? I forgot. Sorry about that. I think it was this one, right?
Yeah.
It had these were 2, there's a fat quarter and 2 like 1/8 of a yard pieces.
She said yes.
All right. Let's run that again. And I think I started that at $3, so that's a good deal. These are gorgeous. That is a beautiful fat quarter. Look at that Jacobean style floral. And then you get these 2 Marcus Paula Barnes Civil War prints. Beautiful. Thank you. That's coming to you.
Muy macho.
All
Okay,
right.
not so macho, but thank you.
All right. 3 fun, bright, dotted fat quarters. $5 start. These are all really cute. So if you like to have a little bright pops of things to use for projects, that is a fun fat quarter bundle. Thank you for your bids. Islands in the house.
Girl.
Speaking of bright, fun spot in my life, Island Girl Mick, those are coming to you. Always love when you're here. Make sure you're following her. She does lots of amazing handmade and does shows. Do you have shows coming up, Island? All right, here's another fun dot set. Look at the dots on this. These are like leopard print, and then you've got other multicolored red, black and red, and then look at this fun one.
Thanks, Island Girl.
It's like checkered with dots. Checkered and dots. Hello. Here we go. This bundle of fat quarters. Oh, let me make sure they're all fat quarters. Fat quarter. Yes. And yes, they all look like fat quarters. So don't hate me if it's not quite or
She's
sliced
sneaking and
different.
lurking and working.
You're lurking and working. Well, yeah, that's awesome. So who wants that fun bundle? The little leopard dots. How cute is that? 3 fat quarters. Island's in on those as well. Congrats, coming to you. All right. Here is another bundle that these are screen prints. And I know everybody loves ginghams. Let me make sure these are screen prints. The first 2 are screen prints. This one's a woven. So it's 2 beautiful gingham and then this woven, and they are all
the
fat
artisan
quarters.
creative train next week.
Oh, fun. What kind of stuff do you have ready for that? So these are all 3 fat quarters. Okay, some pretty ginghams.
Yes, little known fact, Island Girl Mick invented the stiletto heel. Little known fact.
So these first 2 are screen print cottons. And then this back one is a woven. So 3 little gingham fat quarters. Someone needs some gingham. No gingham lovers today. Okay. How about this bundle? These are all screen prints. And I would say this leans Civil War. Look how pretty. Corally pink. And then you've got this beautiful ticking stripe. These all look like quarter yards. Oh, the middle one is a fat quarter, and the other 2 are quarter yards. All right, so 2 quarter yards and then a fat quarter, which is the same amount of fabric, just in a different size cut. That's running. So you've got quarter yard, fat quarter, and a quarter yard. That is a pretty bundle. Love those colors. Stephanie's taking those down. Janet is in. Steph's back in. Thank you. Those are coming to you.
Hey, bro.
All right. Let's do some pieces off of this fat or 8. Let's see what about this bundle I have that are all, I think, half yards. I'm going to verify as we go. So this is a beautiful piece. It's kind of a dotted stripe. It is a Wyndham Farmhouse 1810-1890 LB Kruger for Wyndham. Beautiful piece. This is actually a full yard. I think it looked like a half yard, but it's folded. So this is a full yard of fabric.
Kruger, is this Halloween
Beautiful farmhouse style, kind of a ticking stripe dot. Repro. Full yard. So let me get that running. Full yard Wyndham. Kind of like a muted blue on like a light beige. So it's a repro full yard. Very nice piece. Mrs. Claus is in, Bren is in, Janet's in. Thank you for your bids. And Janet's taking that nice piece.
Janet gets the Freddy Krueger fabric.
All right, this next one is so dang cute.
Thanks,
It
Janet.
looks like Rick Rack. And look at those cute colors. And this one is it's an old Attic Treasures by Brannick and Patek for Moda. So it's a vintage Moda. And that one is a half yard. Let's make sure. Yes, it's about 19.5-inch half yard. Very cute piece. Here we go.
About the new customer code.
There is in the show notes. If you are a brand new customer, there's a coupon code in the show notes that you can use to get $1 off because you aren't eligible yet for our rewards program. So make sure you read the show notes. If you're new, make sure you grab that coupon code.
AJ
Thank
Greer.
you. If you're on iPhone, it's clickable and it will automatically put it in your wallet. If you're not on iPhone, you can just type the code in your wallet. And that is coming to AJ.
Thanks, AJ.
All right, look at this gorgeous piece. This is definitely a Civil War. Oh, you guys, this is an antique almost. This is Christmas in Virginia, Judy Rothermel for Marcus Brothers. And look at the selvage on this. So vintage Judy Rothermel. It has these little sprigs in kind of a muted corally red. And this is a full yard. Vintage Judy. Here we go.
Christmas in Virginia. Isn't that a movie on Lifetime Network this week?
All right, here we go. This is a screaming deal for this. This is gorgeous. Look at that pretty piece. Vintage Judy Rothermel full yard. And it is called
He was a
Christmas
small
in
town
Virginia.
girl.
It's beautiful.
He worked at a
And
ham
that's going to
factory
Rainy Day.
in
Thank you.
Virginia.
That was a nice piece coming your
Rainy
way.
day.
Make sure you take a peek in the buy it now and in the auction tab if there's anything you want me to
Thanks, Randy.
run or run flash sales on. I can. This is a Wyndham Presents Secrets and Something. It's a beautiful color, paisley floral by Wyndham, and this one is a half yard. Let's run that one. Gorgeous Wyndham.
Hey, Rockin' Habits is raiding us.
Rockin' Habits in the house with the raid. Let's pull up your profile and share it and get another giveaway going. Beautiful half yard of Wyndham. Look at those colors. Thank you for your bids. Carrie is in for that gorgeous piece. And let's get a giveaway started.
Carry back tonight. Yeah.
All right, here's Rockin' Habits. Just a bunch of random treasures. Check out our shop, bundled shipping, sports, non-sports, trading cards, and more later today. And then tomorrow again. So, or maybe that's coming up from the show before. Let me see. Oh, 10:30 p.m. tonight is a show, and then tomorrow 10 a.m. Please make sure you get them followed and bookmark their next show. Thank you so much for the raid, Rockin' Habits. All right, giveaway is running now.
Thanks, Sugar Yo.
And I've got camping or Las Vegas.
Sugar. Yo.
Scrapbook stickers. They're like the little 3D Jolie's Boutique. These sell for like $5-6 in the stores.
They sell for 12 in Vegas.
And they're super cute little 3D dimensional scrapbooking stickers. So everyone getting that giveaway. And thank you so much for being here. All right, we're on half yards.
Island Girl's going to Vegas next month.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, for BTS.
Oh, cool. BTS is the one of the Korean pop bands. So they're having a concert. That's super cool. All right, so this is a 25-inch piece.
BTS bacon tomato salad.
Bound to the Prairie 2 by Kansas Trouble Quilters. So this is kind of a, they did a lot of like the Civil War and the Prairie type prints. This is a beautiful piece, kind of a nice honey caramel color. So Moda 25-inch piece. So here we go. Let me get that one started. That was a nice piece. So Kansas Trouble, that was one of their lines they did And they just had really pretty kind of prairie and beautiful Civil War type prints. This is a 25-inch piece in kind of a honey color with a nice little mini print.
Okay.
All right, no one on that one. All right, is everyone in that giveaway? Make sure you check the show notes as well, because we've got a coupon in there for new buyers. All right, let's do this little bundle. These are just two pieces that are about, let's see what they measure. Whoops, just knocked my scale off. Will you grab that, please? All right, this is an 8-inch with a fabric. And then this one is the same size. This one has the beer mugs and the beer, what do you call those? Like carafes? I don't know what that kind of beer thing is called. And then this is bread. Isn't this cute? With bread. So both 8-inch with the fabric pieces.
I remember bread in the 1970s and 80s.
This one is marked Elizabeth Studio, and this one is Timeless Treasures. So just two fun prints. Thank you, Island. And Abigail is in. Island is back in. Thank you for your bids. And
Island
taking
girl.
that set down. Thank you. All right, sorry for the crash in the background there with my
Hey,
scale.
Island girl.
Hopefully it still works. All right, this is a beautiful bundle of Civil War type prints. Some really pretty kind of muted reds, and there's a little pop of blue, a little pop of yellow in that one. This is gorgeous. And these look like fat quarters. Let's see. Yeah, this one is a Marcus Brothers fat quarter. It's probably a Judy, but it's partly cut off. This one is a Judy. Strawberries, Blueberries, and Chocolate by Judy Rothermel fat quarter. I think these are both Judy's. And then this one is a fat quarter of Moda from Primitive Gatherings. All right, so we've got two Judy's and a Moda Primitive Gathering. That's a nice set. 3 fat quarters. Here we go. That's running. This one has the beautiful marked selvage on it. That's a really nice piece. So don't sleep on these. Thank you for your bids. And that bundle is going to Janet.
Janet.
Congrats, coming your way.
Thanks, Janet.
All right, let's do, let me get the mystery fat quarters running that are in the buy it now. So I'm just getting these started on flash sale. So you've seen what we have. I have a whole bin of nice fat quarters that are quilt shop cottons. You might get Civil War. Oh, we're getting a winner. Clips and snips. Camping or Las Vegas. Scrapbook stickers. Which would you like? They're both really cute.
Vegas, baby.
Vegas, you got it. Those are really cute. All right.
Right on, clips and snips, Vegas, baby.
All right, so I've got the Quilt Shop Mystery Fat Quarters running for $2.55 a fat quarter. And then I've also got batik fat quarters. So if you love batiks, I have a ton of beautiful batiks. So either way, those are running in the background. You can go in the buy it now and snag some fat quarters to add to your order. And I try to, match them up nice with kind of what you ordered, but it'll just be a nice fat quarter. So anyone that wants some of those. All right. Here is, I wanted to run some of this, and I'll probably cut this one because it's a huge piece. Is this not absolutely gorgeous? Look at that. It is a floral and it is gilded. It has a little bit of gold gilding on it. And this piece is by, if I can get this open. It is Evergreen by Maywood Studio.
Yo, yo, yo.
And gilded. So I think I've got 3 yards here. Let me check. Not quite 3 yards. All right, so we'll run a yard and then another yard, and then I'll see what's left. And if you get multiples of it, you'll get the whole piece. So I think this was intended to be Christmassy, but it doesn't have to be, because it's just a really pretty green gilded
looks more
floor.
like St. Patrick's Day to me.
Does it? All right, so let's run that
Like
full
something a
yard.
nice Saint girl would.
Maywood Studio. It is beautiful. Here we go. And that's a color that is really coming back in, those emerald greens. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty, isn't it? The reds and yellows. Stephanie is in for a yard. Thank you. And here is the second yard of that one running. If you want 2 yards, and then we'll see what's left and run the rest. Island's in for some. Thank you. Second yard is going to Island Girl Nick.
Island Girl.
Thank you. And then let me measure what's left. And it's almost, this was almost 3 yards, but it looked like it was just shy. So I didn't want to run the other yard until I was sure. And
how can I be sure?
Yeah, good thing I did it. So this is 31 inches is what's left. So if someone wants the 31 inches left on here, I'm going to start it for 5.
Where I stand with you whenever
So $5 for the 31 inches that are left. And if the same person gets it, it'll be connected to your piece.
I want
so pretty.
'Cause you know I want to stay.
And Island's going to take the 31 inches. Thank you. Thank you.
I know. Island Girl Mick. Maybe you're trying to use me. Flying too high can confuse me. Thank you, Island Girl.
Thank you.
And thank you, Stephanie Bro.
All right, this is a Christmas piece that's vintage. And it kind of has that primitive country look. It's little Santas on rocking horses that look like the moon. And this is called Quick as a Wink by Rebecca Carter for SSI. Look how cute that is. Little kind of primitive Santas on the moon. And this looks like it's a full yard. Yeah, this is a full yard. So SSI full yard, Quick as a Wink. And we're going to start that at
Quick as a wink, baby.
$5. You get the whole cute yard of that. It's like little rocking horse moons, vintage Santas, little stars, super cute. Do I have it upside down? Sort of.
Island Girl.
Thank you. Oh, I guess it's non-directional. They're tossed, so they're all different directions. Cute. Thank you. That's coming to you.
Thanks,
Who
Island Girl.
likes the kind of woven or the flannels that are kind of like, they kind of have that woolies flannel. Here's a little stack of pieces that are all in blues. So this is Lake Lodge by Holly Taylor Formoda. And it's like how many inches is this? It's like 11 inches width of fabric. And then these are some strip pieces. They're all flannels, but they're like that woolies flannel. So they're nice to use in lieu of wool. If you don't love to work with wool, you can use them for applique. This is a fat quarter snow folk by Farmyard Creations for Clothworks. And then you got this little plaid scrap piece. Here's just a little scrap that was tucked in there, and then this piece that is 11 inches. So if someone would like that little bundle of pieces of flannel to use, it's a nice stash builder. These work really good for applique and pretty little things. So you get that nice little bundle of
Pretty little
blue
thing.
flannels.
You're a pretty little thing.
Quilt shop flannels going to Rainy.
Thank you, Rainy.
Thank you. All right, this is a batik half yard. That's a cool piece. It's like a dark brown kind of
What
what would you call that design? It's cool. What? What were you saying?
River rocks, cobblestone.
Yeah, cobblestones maybe. Yeah, it's a half yard, pre-cut half yard batik. And let me get that started. Here we go.
Will we be running any felted wool this show?
Yes.
If
I was
you
just waiting for people to say they want some.
Wish for it, Rainy. We can do it if you wish.
Yep. We can definitely run some.
If you wish upon a star.
I just like to make sure there's at least a few people in the house that want
Island
some.
Girl takes that.
Thank you, Island. That's coming to you. Let me run a couple of the small bundles Bert put together. I'll explain these. So you get a
Thanks, Island Girl.
crammed full bag of scraps of wool, felted wool. And that by scraps, I mean they're the little pieces you would use to make these little flowers and leaves and stems. And you get so much variety in here.
Little tiny letter.
So little tiny pieces. And these little bags of wool weigh
Welcome in, Julie Reed.
what do they weigh? 3 ounces. It's a ton of little wool pieces. 3 ounces is a lot because felted wool is very lightweight.
Bubble.
So here's one of these running. So you get that whole stuffed full bag.
Thanks, Island
3 ounces of tiny little scraps of felted wool. They use for applique and all kinds of projects.
Makes me feel fine.
Thank you for your bids. And Rainy taking that
takes
one.
some of the little girl ones.
Here's another one, same deal. So just all kinds of cute little felted wool scraps. Here's another one running. I'm going to go down to 10 seconds. So swipe in quick.
You make all those little things, plus with a little pesto sauce, delicious.
Got little felted wool, all kinds of colors in there. Bren is taking that one. Thank you. Here's another bag. Running the little mini ones. There's all kinds of colors, textures, pieces. Little 3-ounce bag of felted wool scraps.
Rainy, take that. Thank you, Rainy. And it comes in a designer bag too.
Oh, is junk paper scissors still here? You wanted some of this, right? Let me tag her, make sure she knows I'm running these. Are you still here? Junk paper scissors. Just tagging you in case, so I don't want you to miss these if you're not here. Okay. All right, here's one more of these. So 3-ounce little scrap wool pieces, felted wool. Just get all kinds of colors, sizes, pieces for a little applique and fun.
Bran Best takes that.
Crap.
Thank you, Bran.
All right, let's do a medium-sized bag. That was these, right?
Designer bag.
All right, these are the medium-sized pieces, so they're going to be a little bit bigger. So if you needed to, like make one of these little baskets or something, you'll have a piece big enough to do something with. And you get a nice variety. And these bags weigh
4 to 5.
4 to 5 ounces.
These also come in a custom design
designer bag.
designer bag.
So you got some nice yellows, greens, reds, plaids. I see some herringbone in there. So medium sized pieces of wool.
Rainy.
Rainey's taking that.
Thank you, Rainy.
All right, here is another medium size bag, 4 to 5 ounces. That's running now. Some bigger chunks in there, some pretty colors. I see some orange tucked in there. There's a little, so there must be a big piece in the middle. And Rainy's taking that. And then I do have some large bags. Let me show you what one of the large bags looks like. Less variety, but you get a bigger piece. Get bigger pieces. So if you're doing something where you like, if you wanted to make, something like these. So this is like a little mug rug coaster set. How cute is this that she made? This is all, the whole thing is felted wool except for the very back she used cotton. So see your little flowers, your beehive. Super cute, right? So if you needed a little bit bigger pieces to do some stuff. So this is a large bag. Okay. So let me get the large pulled up. And these weigh, let's see, what did we put these weight at? Can't remember. Does it say on my listing? It says no pre-bits. Oh, 8 to 11 ounces. All right, so 8 to 11 ounces of larger wool pieces. So you get, looks like you get a chunk of that, and then a big piece of this plaid. That one's cool. It's got lots of color and texture.
Beth
Bren
takes
is
that
taking it.
one.
All right, let's do
Thank you, Bren.
here's another medium bag. This is a medium bag. So the 4 to 5 ouncer. That's running. So got some greens, some mustards in there. 4 to 5 ounces felted wool pieces. Rainy is taking that.
Thank you, Rainy.
All right, we'll come back and do some more. And then I also, if you guys want individual pieces where we have a larger cut of felted wool, we have some bags that we can pull some bigger pieces out of. And I'll just weigh them and run them by weight. So we'll come back to that. All right, this is a beautiful scrap builder bundle. And I'm gonna just open this and see what the sizes are. There's actually 4 pieces in this bundle. That's like a just like a fat eighth piece. Looks like a Judy Rothermel to me or something. This one is Judy Rothermel, fat eighth. Wow, that's pretty. So fat eighth Judy Rothermel, 2 of them it looks like. And then this one is a 1/4 yard piece. Pretty sure that's also a Judy because they do that kind of unbleached muslin fabric on a lot of theirs. And then this one is a Judy Rothermel. Look at that one. This one's a fat 1/4. This is a Judy Rothermel bundle. 1, 2,
Judy.
3, 4. So you're getting the equivalent of 3 fat 1/4s with this bundle. This is a nice bundle. Here we go. That's running. Look at the colors in there. You're getting lots of blues and yellows. That is a beautiful bundle. And Robin Lynn is taking that gorgeous set. Congrats.
Thanks, Robin.
Who needs some greens in your stash? This is a fun green bundle. I've got a couple of green bundles. This one has actually 5 pieces in it. pink and green, little kind of olive green star, lime brown, green brown, that one and that one. And I'm not gonna see what sizes these are. These are all probably like fat eighth, quarter yard, maybe an eighth of a yard pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces there. Here we go. Let's see, Terry Clothier. You'll have to send me a picture, Prism, because I'm not picturing in my mind exactly what that is. So send me a picture of what it is and I'll let you know. Thank you, Rainy. That is coming to you. All right, and then this is a nice green bundle of, I think these are all fat quarters. Let me just, oh no, this one, this top piece
Terry Clothier Thompson.
is actually 2 big rectangles. So like 2 big 8 by 10 pieces. Then this one is a fat quarter, witching hour RJR, that one. And then this one is a fat quarter. So 2 fat quarters and then 2 big rectangle pieces in greens. Those are pretty. Here we go. 2 fat quarters and some rectangle remnant pieces. Pretty greens. Yeah, just send me a picture and I'll be able to figure out if it's done.
Hey,
I'll know pretty quickly if it's
Randy,
something I
do you
still
take
have
that?
some up. Thank you.
Thanks,
All right,
Randy.
I love this bundle. Look at this cool print in the kind of caramel mustard with the stars and circles. Love it. And that one's a fat quarter. It looks like it's a Moda. And then these two are from the same line, coordinating colors. Don't have marked selvage on the first one. Let's see if we have marked selvage on the other one. No, I don't have marked selvage on either of those, but they're all 3 fat quarters. So this is a 3 fat quarter bundle. 1, 2, and 3. I just think those are such cool pieces, all of them. Here we go. 3 fat quarter bundle. That's running. Love that one the most, but these are both really cool. Same print, 2 different colors.
Robin Lynn.
Robin's taking that. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Robin.
All right, I just realized I haven't eaten anything today, so I apologize if you hear my tummy. You'll know why. All right, I love this bundle. This is a gorgeous piece. Look at that one. Look at that one. That is really nice. And let's see if we have, okay, so first piece is a quarter yard. And it looks like a Moda, this, but I don't have print, I just have color dots. The second piece is also a quarter yard. So quarter yard, and quarter yard. So this is 3 quarter yards. All right, so you're getting 3 quarters of a yard with this bundle. These are all really nice. Stash builder bundles. We have a ton today. You're going to get some really nice stuff. And Brand is taking that.
Thank you, Brand.
All right, this is a black and white bundle.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
So, oh, I love that. This is the tiny little dot. All right, and this top piece is a Timeless Treasures fat quarter. The middle piece is a fat quarter unmarked selvage side. And then the last piece is also a fat quarter unmarked selvage side. Oh, no, wait, is that, yeah. Yeah. All right, so 3 fat quarters. First one is a Timeless Treasure, this one. Okay, here we go. Get yourself some nice black and white small prints. Love this one. That's one of those classic ones you can't ever have enough of. And these are all nice. And that's going to Robin.
Thank you, Robin.
All right. I love this bundle just because if you love orange, this is just a super fun. So a nice kind of marbly black orange polka dot scattered.
Yeah, but
And it's a fat quarter and it is marked Spooktacular 2 by Debbie Taylor Kerman for somebody. And it's cute. And then this really cute stripe is a fat quarter. It is a Free Spirit Denise Schmidt Katie jump rope. So nice Free Spirit fat quarter. And then this cute one is a fat quarter Moda. It is Bobbins and Bits by Pat Sloan for Moda. So these are like little bobbins. All right. Who loves orange? These are so cute, all of them. All right. 3 fat quarters. 3 different oranges, but all super cute. Give yourself a nice selection of fun orange. This is really cute with the bobbins. And I love that stripe. Denise Schmidt, Free Spirit. Thank you for your bids. And that's going to Robin. Thank you. Nice little bundle there.
Thanks, Robin.
All right. This bundle is for bird lovers. They are Christmas birds, and there's 3 different pieces. And I think these are nice big sizes, like half yards or more. This first one is Karen Gerard for Marcus Brothers. It's a vintage Marcus Brothers. That's a beautiful piece. Okay. And it is a 21-inch half yard with the cardinals, the chickadees. Then this little piece is also a half yard, and it is Moose Head Lodge, Teresa Kogut SSI, cardinals and the pine boughs. And then this piece is gilded, and it's probably a vintage. It has that vintage feel, so it's a little bit more stiff. I don't see any mark on selvage. It's also a half yard. All right, so vintage. No marks on selvage. All right, so 3 beautiful bird prints. So you're getting a yard and a half of fabric here in 3 different prints.
If you love getting the bird, this fabric is for you.
All right, vintage, gilded, half yard. Teresa Kogut, and then this one was
Stephanie.
thank you, Stephanie. 21-inch. Congrats. Those are coming to you.
Thanks, Steph.
This is a beautiful piece. Classic Christmas. And there's actually there's 3 pieces of it in separate chunks.
Love the bird.
This is RJR Holiday Jubilee, I think is what that says. No, Holiday. Wow. I'm not sure what it says. It's in cursive and I can't read it. It's got pomegranates and pine cones and pears. And this piece is a third of a yard. So I'm guessing these are 2/3 yards. They were probably for a project where you needed, specific sizes. And
He's on the snowman.
the snowman. Did that one sell? That little bundle that had the snowman?
It might have sold.
I think it sold. Yeah, I think it did sell. All right, so these are 3 pieces that are a third of a yard pre-cut for some reason. So, I mean, they're pre-cut third yards. You could just use these as, make a runner or borders. So that's a full yard of fabric in third of a yard pieces. And it's beautiful, classic vintage Christmas RJR from 2008. Not quite vintage, almost. 3/3 yard pieces. Flip snip.
New customer first purchase.
Thank you for your first purchase. Let's run a buyer giveaway. That should be our cue every time, Bert.
It should.
New buyer. We run a giveaway for all buyers. Okay.
Is it just this piece?
Those three. There's 3 pieces. All right, so this is running, and I'm gonna pick some cute fat quarters out of my stack I have here. Candy canes, that really cool, like hexy, or this really cool watermelon dot. So those are your choices. So everyone get in that made a purchase so far for a free fat quarter. And those are fun picks. All right, let's run some more wovens because I have so many pretty wovens here. Let's see. Let's find a piece. This is gorgeous. Look at this beautiful tan, like ticking stripe woven. And it is a large piece that is it's 25 inches, so it's just over 2/3 of a yard. Beautiful tan stripe woven. It's not rough like a homespun. It's just really nice feel. All right, so we're gonna run that piece. 2/3 of a yard woven. Nice.
Do we have it?
In beige
Or skull?
stripe. Do I have any with crows or skulls? I don't think so. In this stuff, I haven't seen anything
And
like
Beth
that.
takes that.
We have sold some Halloween stuff from this, but I think I sold a lot of it. Let me peek up here and see. Because I did pull some that were in a
Thank you, Bran.
kind of Halloween bundle, but I don't think any of them were like that. Let me just peek. Yeah, I don't think so. But we can grab some more bins too. I do have this snowman piece, but that other little bundle that had the snowman sold. But this is super cute. And it is marked. Let's see. This is Maywood Studio. Signs of the Season by Bonnie Sullivan and Maywood Studio. This is super cute. And I think it's more than a yard. So let's see. Maybe we'll run it twice. Let's see. It's a yard and a third. So it's a yard and a third. We'll just run the whole piece. Yard and a third. That is really, really, really cute. Maywood Studio. That's running. So out of print, Bonnie Sullivan for Maywood Studio, Signs of the Seasons. Bonnie Sullivan. That was really, really cute. And Carrie is taking that cute.
Carrie,
congrats. Good get. That's really, really darling. Congrats.
Carrie.
I think this is a little panel. Let's open it up and see. It is Dear Santa by Diane Knott for Clothworks. Oh, it looks like she fussy cut some stuff out of this panel. So it's just the little remnant pieces. So the little Santa blocks. So on this part, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little blocks. And then on this one, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also. So 5 of these cute little Santa blocks plus the cute borders that you can use. So let's just run that. So it was a panel that she, took some stuff out of. So we'll just run that like a half yard. And you can use all those cute little blocks. Diane Knot Cloth Works Santa blocks. And there's 10 blocks total between the two pieces. Those are really cute. And cute borders. Stephanie's doing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Steph.
All right. Does anyone need soccer? This is a huge chunk. It is by
Hey, Lisa.
Timeless Treasures. It's kind of a patchwork.
Good wife wins the giveaway.
And it has different countries' flags. So it would be like international soccer. See how it has the different country flags mixed in there? I think I have like 4 yards of this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4 yards here. So I'll run a yard, see if anyone wants it, or someone tell me if you want all of this before I run it, and I can give you a good deal on the whole piece. So it's International Soccer Timeless Treasures. So tell me in chat if you want more than one, otherwise I'm going to run it as 1 yard pieces. All right, looks like we're running yards. Oh, Barb wants a yard.
No,
Awesome.
Barb's just moderate.
Oh yeah, 1 yard.
Oh no.
Chris
wants it.
Chris wants it all. Okay, so nobody don't bid then if if you want it all. Okay. So I have 4 yards. So let's do
Good wife won the giveaway.
Oh, good wife won the giveaway. You get to pick a fat quarter, and then I'll figure out pricing for this. Do so you get to pick candy canes, the little like hexies, or the watermelon circles.
This is for good wife.
Yeah, this is she gets to pick a fat quarter for winning the buyer giveaway. So we want the candy canes, the hexies, or the watermelon circles.
Good wife.
Good wife won the giveaway, and so she gets to pick a fat quarter. And tell me if you don't love those, because I can get you something different. I have this one too. It's a little scatter dot that's cute. The watermelon. That's a really cute one, huh?
Thank you, good wife.
All right, awesome. Okay, so let me weigh this because I'm pretty sure it's going to be over a pound. 4 yards. Let's see. Yeah, it's a pound, 6 ounces for 4 yards. All right, and I'm going to do $21 for the whole piece. So that's a good deal.
That's a great deal.
That's less than, that's like $5 a yard and a few extra pennies. Yeah, that's a steal. Oh, she must have missed it. All right, did you still want this? $21, 4 yards, Timeless Treasures Soccer is running. Well, RL's going to jump in on that deal and get it. Congrats, that's coming to you.
Thanks, Ariel.
Thank you, thank you.
You snooze, you lose, baby. Thanks, Ariel.
All right. This is another couple of Christmas ones I have. This one is also birds, and I think this one was a full yard. Yeah, this one's a full yard. It is called Cardinal Season by Holly Taylor for Moda. So it's a beautiful Moda.
You are near. Just like.
And yeah, full yard. So let's run that one if someone wants that one.
Close to you.
So little cardinals on little sprigs, pine cones, berries. Beautiful Moda. 1 yard. Lisa is taking that.
Purchase.
Thank you for your first purchase. Make sure you read the show notes, everybody here, because there is a coupon in there for new buyers.
Swah.
So make sure you read the show notes. All right, this
Thanks, Lisa.
is a Merry Christmas print. Christmas Excitement by Sandy Gervais for Moda. And it just has a little sprigs and says Merry Christmas. Has a kind of a marbly background. And this one is also a full yard.
Christmas excitement.
So this is a nice piece that is running. Beautiful Moda.
It's like
That's a
watching
really
Frozen.
classic one. That's a nice one for almost everything Christmas. Just has that pretty Merry Christmas. You can do runners.
Come on, make it Mac tonight. Thanks,
Add
Carrie.
that to projects. Thank you. All right. Here are some more pieces that are those flannel types. And these are all in greens. So they're like the quilt shop flannels that, you know, are a little bit nicer and thicker. That one looks like it's a scrappy piece, so it was a fat quarter with some cut out. This one is that one's a full piece, it looks like, that is full width of fat. Oh no, it's got some cutouts. See that? Cutouts. And it's just a nice olive. It's about 9-inch wide. This one's kind of a marbled piece. This is that Moda flannel. It's got some cutouts. So these are like scrap flannel, but they're nice big chunks. This one looks like it's full, so it's a fat quarter. That one's a fat quarter. That's the full piece. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of flannel. And we're going to start that for $4, dollar a piece. You get some nice flannel pieces in greens. Thank you, Lisa, for your bid. And that's coming to you.
Lisa Swa. Swa, please.
All
Swa.
right, let's see. This is some more. Let's just kind of go through this stack for a minute. Make some more bundles like that. Because these are all kind of that flannel-y stuff. All right, here's a nice little bundle. So you got deep red with stars, beige with little asterisk stars. Oh, that's a cute one. Little patchwork. And then this really pretty red. And I'm just gonna weigh it. It'll give you an idea. It's all flannel. They look like, you know, fat quarters or whatever size pieces. This weighs 6 ounces. So 6 ounces of flannel, dollar a piece. So you get 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is pretty.
Lisa takes that one
taking
too.
that.
Thanks, Lisa. Very nice flannel.
Yeah, these are all quilt shop flannels, so they have a really nice, you know, nice feel. All right, here's another little bundle like that. So a dark blue with kind of a leaf. I think it has a leaf design on there. This one's cool. This is pheasant run, so it has like pheasant feathers. And then there's another piece of that in a different colorway. So 2 pieces of that. Pheasant run by Moda. And then this is a cool piece with leaves in purpley. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of flannels. And that's running. And these weigh about 6, 7 ounces for the bundles. So it's a nice little lot of quilt shop flannels. Someone wants those.
No
No
takers on that.
takers. All right. Moving on. Let's go. Oh, let's do some of these pieces that are in the buy it now. I'm going to run these on flash sale. So this is a vintage Civil War repro unmarked salvage. And it looks like I have, see, I only have one unit in there, so I'm checking. I think I can put more units on this piece. So I have it by the half yard. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can change this. All right, 1 second before I flash sell this. Oh, let me make sure no one bought any. All right, yeah, no one bought any. Okay. All right, so this is by the half yard. So if you want some of this beautiful small green print, it's kind of got a marbled background. It's very nice. And this has a nice feel. So pretty half yards of that. There's 3 left. And these are nice because you don't have to bid, you just buy it. And that's sold out. Thank you. All right, here's another one I have in there. Will you put this in the cut pile?
Sure. Be glad to.
This is gorgeous. This is a Judy Rothermel 1840, 1860. It's kind of one of those
Judy.
berry sprig wallpaper stripe. So beautiful Judy Rothermel. And let me get this one pulled up. It is called from the it just says from the collection of, so let me find it. It's not coming up easily here. Oh, berries. Here it is. All right, it says I have 4 left for this one. So there's 4 half yards of this one left. So that's running if you want half yards of this beautiful Judy Rothermel with the berries. Kind of has that pretty trim. This would make beautiful borders. Thank you, Clips.
Thanks, Steph.
Out of print, Judy Rothermel. And thank you. Okay, cut pile on that one. Let me know if you miss any on these and I can rerun them if there's some left. All right, this one is, oh, I love this one. This is an old Sturbridge Village one. That's a beautiful calico with it's like the browns and yellows micro print. I love this one. And let me find it. Here it is. All right, this one is hard to get. So if you want half yards of that one, this is nice. So Judy Rothermel, Old Sturbridge Village, half yards running of that one. Yeah, it's a very sweet print. Very nice calico. Hey, Patty Mon's in the house. Welcome in. How are you? Thank you. All right. That one goes in the pile.
Okay.
This is one I added
Pile for you.
recently, so there's quite a
Hey,
bit of
Patty
it
Mons.
left still.
How you doing?
And this is Civil War Tribute, Judy Rothermel.
How you doing, Mon?
Let me get that one pulled up. Flash selling that one half yards at a time, and it will be continuous. These are all yardage pieces. So if you get more than one unit, you'll get, continuous yardage. So this is Civil War tribute, Judy Rothermel. Thank you for your purchases. One left and sold out. Thank you. And I'll cut
Thank
it,
you.
and if there's some left, I'll have it again next time because I always underestimate, so I don't outsell it. But that for now, that one's sold out. All right, this is beautiful. It's kind of a low volume cottage core. It's a Robin Pandolf Moda called Secret Garden. And it's beautiful. It has this beautiful lace ribbon that runs through it with behind these little flowers. And this is running for half yards. So beautiful out of print Robin Pandolf Moda.
Big flower pieces, Lisa says.
Yeah, I can see what we have. So if anyone wants some of this Robin Pandolf Moda cottage core, very pretty. The lace ribbon runs through there. All right. Didn't look like anyone snagged.
A ribbon runs through it.
This is a big floral. It's kind of funky colors. So you have to like the colors on this, but it's a large scale. And I have this one for a really good deal by the yard. So you get full yards on this one for it's by Blank Quilting from 2011. You get full yards for 480 or 480. So if you like that one, you get a full yard. It's a really good
Thanks,
deal.
RL.
Thank you. Yes, everything is 100% cotton. Unless I tell you otherwise, we have some felted wool. That's obviously not cotton, but everything else I'm showing is cotton.
And every order comes in a designer bag.
These are all quilt shop cottons. This estate owner was a quilt shop employee for many years.
Thank you, Janet.
I'm starting this one again just in case you guys missed some of this. So
yes, they are
there's
amazing.
3 left, 3
That's
yards. This one's by the yard. You get a whole yard. So running again if anyone wanted some of that. Victorian Floral Scroll by Blank Quilting. Full yards. All right, looks like we're done with that one. 3, 2, 1. All right, put that in the pile.
Okay.
All right, this one I added today.
In the pile.
This is new today.
This
is a Robert Kaufman. This is a designer that's hard to get. Darlene Zimmerman Classic Minis, and it's a bright berry red little paisley, kind of whimsical paisley scroll.
So you said he plays
really
hard to get,
nice.
huh?
So Darlene Zimmerman Classic Minis, half yards on flash sale for $540. This is really nice fabric. So that's running. And you can get quite a bit of this. Multiple units will be continuous yards. So if you need some of that one, and your little paisleys on this are they're like half an inch. So they're tiny.
Yeah, take some
Beautiful berry, raspberry red.
Lemon yellow.
Robin Lynn's getting some of that. Thank you. Let me know if I need to start that up again. Sold 2. Let me know if someone else wants one. Looks like we sold 3.
Marshmallow stars.
So I can start that one on flash again if you need it. Just let me know. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. This is a woven. This is a really nice woven.
You were thinking that too, Bar?
I'm trying to think if I have anything else that's large scale floral out today.
I love breakfast cereal, but it doesn't love me.
This one's not too large.
I think I'm slightly lactose intolerant or something.
And then this one's a little bit larger scale. All right, this is a ticking ticking stripe woven that I have in here. It's a black brown combo. I love it. It's a super nice woven. You get half yards of this one continuous. If you buy multiple units, that's running. If you want some of this nice woven. Here's what the selvage looks like on that. It's a really nice one. So that one's running right now.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
2 seconds. All right, that one's going in the pile. Thank you. Bert.
Oh, I thought it was going in a different pile. Sorry.
No, cut pile. All right, this is a piece that
Bert's slacking
Bert's
behind the
gonna
scenes
run.
here, folks.
It's a full yard.
What a slacker.
And it is a vintage Deb strain Moda called Pumpkin Ridge. Look at that old style selvage Moda. And it is a full yard. That's a really cute piece. I love the berries.
The day that Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
All right, so that's running full yard vintage Moda. Pumpkin Ridge. Deb
And me, I spend a lot of time picking flowers up on Choctaw Ridge.
And that is going to Lisa. Thank you.
Off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Hey, Lisa.
Lisa's getting that nice piece. All right. I do have a scrap bag that no one
Thanks, Lisa.
I don't know, we put together and it got lost in a bin, I guess. This says hand packed by Martha Stewart, not it means Bert put it together.
No, Martha did it when she was in prison.
Oh, I was doing the wool. So if you want one of these, I saved one for you. If you want one of these little bags of wool scraps that are the little tiny pieces. Yeah, let me run that for you. So this is the 3 ounce wool, little mini scraps. And that's running. So you just get a ton of these little wool pieces in there. Super nice. And junk paper scissors.
JPS.
All right, so this is a scrap bag, 6.8 ounces. It's just one that we had put together when we were putting lots of scrap bags together and it got lost in a bin.
Yeah.
So it's just a nice scrap bag of
Yeah, me and
buttons.
Martha go way back.
So let me just kind of show you. That's
That's
on the outside of the bag.
She was in prison for tax
on the inside.
evasion. I was in prison for not showering
All right.
before entering the pool.
Gross. All right, 6 ounces.
Yeah, I ignored the
of
sign at the
scrap.
YMCA, and next thing I knew, we were cellmates.
All right, here we go. 6.8 ounce quilting cotton scrap bag. If someone wants this one, just a bunch of different random stuff in there. And rainy
Rainy
day.
D, take that bad girl. Thanks, Rainy.
And then this one is this is a quilt kit or a runner kit. Let me see what it says. It is snowman garland 16 by 16. So it makes a 16 by 16 small wall quilt. And this is the whole kit, and it looks like it's all pre-cut. She's got the little snowman buttons in there, thread. She's got the binding already made. So it's a really nice kit. And it looks like some of this might already be pieced. Oh, yeah, look. Some of this is already pieced. So here's all your little squares already pieced together. So this is halfway done. Everything else is pre-cut. And then you've got, like I said, some binding already made. And there's thread in there, a bobbin and a. So here's your thread, bobbin and other. That bobbin looks like it needs to be restrung. But anyway, so this weighs 1 pound, 2 ounces, and I'm running it for $12. So 1 pound, 2 ounces, half the work's done. Your pattern's in there, and the buttons are in there. And let's run it. $12. Little mini quilt kit. That's what the picture shows. It's not a color picture, but it's a nice bag of partly done. And Carrie was taking that. Thank you.
That.
Nice little kit. We sold most of the quilt kits we had last week, but I do have a few, and the ones that are left are in the auction tab. So take a peek at those and let me know if you want me to run any of those. They're kind of the pricier ones because there's some amazing sets, but I'm happy to show them. This is a piece that's left. Let me make sure if this is Wyndham Presents Garibaldi, is what it says. And I just have a half yard left, so I think I sold it out. So I'm just going to run it by the last piece of this, which is 22 inches. So if someone wants this 22-inch piece of Wyndham, let's see. I'm just going to start it at $3. It's what's left of a piece I was running in flash sales. It's a nice little micro print, Wyndham Civil War era, and it's 21 inches.
So one day I say to Martha, Martha.
And Rainy Day is taking that.
What would you do different if you could? You know what she said? Don't trust the free version of TurboTax.
What are you talking about? I have no clue what he's talking about. All right, I don't have this one listed anywhere. Let's see if anyone wants this. It's a nice kind of brick red tan print, and it is by Andover Joe Morton. So it's a Joe Morton Andover, which is a nice you know who Joe Morton Andover is if you know Civil War. And this is a yard and a half piece.
Yes, you know who Joe Morton is.
Okay, so it's a full yard and a half of Joe Morton Andover. And Andover cottons, honestly, are one of the, if you like more of a classic, nice quilting cotton, Andover is one of the very best. It's one of my favorites in feel and weight. And so it's just really, really nice cotton.
And you can say it over and over.
I can.
And over and over.
So yard and a half. I'm going to run this for $8.
What do you know? Hey,
someone wants this beautiful Joe Morton Andover. It's a nice piece. Thank you for your bids. Yep, you can say it and over and over.
Hey, I heard a ding.
That was my phone.
Rainy,
It was my son telling us that they made it to Richland.
Richland, Washington.
My son was here visiting, and they left late last night.
Hey,
they're still young. They like to drive late at night.
Thanks, Janet.
Thank you, Janet. And so I always worry. And guess what happened to them? Bummer. They're on the freeway somewhere in the middle of nowhere in Idaho, and they hit a Canadian goose on the freeway. And they were in the middle lane, and she couldn't veer over because there were two cars on either side of her. Canadian goose right in the middle of the freeway. It took out their fender, so they had to pull over and wire their fender back on.
The good news, pate de foie gras.
They're fine. Goose probably not so well. All right, Moda Deb Strain. This is a cute little kind of Christmassy sprig piece. And
Wonder Woman.
it's 19 inches. 19-inch half yard. Deb Strain Moda. Here we go. Just a nice Christmassy little sprig, berry, little twig print, half yard vintage Moda. Look at that old selvage. And Rainy is
Rainy
taking
takes that bad boy.
coming to you.
Thanks, Rainy.
All right, let's run another buyer giveaway.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Giveaway, buyer giveaway. So everyone that's made a purchase, get in.
Singing,
Fat
singing
quarter,
today.
cute little dot,
Giveaway.
candy cane, or this really cool one. Or if you want something just more general, this is a really nice crackle green fat quarter. So everyone get in. You can pick a
Rackalicious.
free fat quarter.
Snap, crackle, pop, Rice
All
Krispies.
right. Let's see. What else do I want to grab? Do we have more bins?
Yes, we do.
Oh, here's the. I knew I had some fall
We have
ones
lots
out
of
here.
bins.
I have a couple of different colorways of this really pretty one. I have it in this colorway and this colorway, pumpkins. That's really cute. And it is by, it's a Moda. Grand Finale by Sandy Gervais Moda. Out of print, vintage selvage. Let's run this one first. It's the smaller piece. That is a really cute print, isn't it? It's like pumpkins silhouettes in the background and then the colored pumpkins on the top. All right, this piece is 30 inches. So 30 inches width of fabric.
30 wolf.
30
Wolf.
wolf. Yep. All right, $4 start, 30-inch Sandy Gervais Moda pumpkins. That's a really cute piece. And then I have it in that other colorway. Oh, we just got a raid. Crafters Outpost. So we're running a buyer giveaway. So let me draw that quick soon, and then we'll run another giveaway and we'll pull up Crafters Outpost. If you have a second to stick around, I'll pull up your profile and share it. And this piece is going to Robin. Thank you, Robin.
Robin Lynn.
Hand me your phone and I'll pull up Crafters Outpost.
I refuse.
All right, I'm going to draw that buyer giveaway. So everyone that's a buyer, get in quick so we can run a follower giveaway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get to pick a fat quarter. Stephanie gets to pick. Awesome. The green, the purple, black hexie, the candy canes, or the little dots. 1, 2, 3, or 4. And congrats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The candy cane. That's such a cute one, isn't it?
The Candyman. The Candyman.
Congrats. Okay, here's Crafters Outpost.
Candyman,
Awesome seller who does lots of craft stuff. And let's see, next show is today at 4:28. De-stash and declutter rate train. Oh, they're doing a rate train.
Defang.
So make sure you bookmark that fun one. And then new beautiful digital print fabrics
Digital print.
under on the 16th. So make sure you have that one bookmarked as well. Let me get my finger on there and bookmark it. All right. Thank you so much, Crafters Outpost.
No, it's 5:30 Eastern
And
time.
let's do the.
Outpost said.
Oh, well, I was reading it for my time. So it was whatever it is, your time. Yeah. All right. That's running. So we get in and we have cute.
I say tomato.
Camping.
What's a rate train? That's where somebody ends the show and they send all of the people in the show over to another show.
Yeah, well, it's like raiding, only it's scheduled. So like I have one tomorrow. We're on a raid train tomorrow. And usually they're shorter shows. So they're kind of fun. You go in and spend about 15 minutes to 30, sometimes an hour with one seller. And then they take the whole audience and raid into someone else's show. And it's all themed and really fun. So tomorrow we're doing one that is called what is that one called? I'll tell you. It's on my schedule. craft and sewing raid train. And so it's this one on the schedule tomorrow. And I think that one we're on for half an hour. And I'm selling faux and genuine leather and sheets and scrap bundles. So if you like to work with the faux leather or the genuine leather little pieces to make stuff out of, I have tons of it and I'm going to sell it in bundles. So it's a good way to pick up a bunch of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crafters Outpost is going to be doing 5-pound boxes of craft goodies for a $5 banger tonight. You're not going to want to miss that.
And
All right.
and the
Oh,
raid
of course.
and the raid trains are like
So everyone get
Polar
in this
Express, where
giveaway.
there's a creepy hobo on the roof.
So whoever wins this is going to get to pick either the Las Vegas Jolie's Boutique or the camping. And these are like little 3-dimensional scrapbooking junk journaling stickers that are really cute. So everyone get in that giveaway. And let's find this piece to run that was that same print in the other colorway. This is a larger piece. It's a yard and a half. So yard and a half, grand finale, Sandy Gervais Moda, beautiful pumpkin print. And then I have a third piece of this too in this colorway that will run if you guys like it. So here is the yard and a half.
M&M, Dan, you.
Here we go.
I'm
That's
craving
running.
peanut M&Ms now.
This is a running. It's so pretty. The little kind of pumpkin silhouette or drawings, and then the
And I
pumpkins
didn't
on
get any
top.
for Easter.
So cute. Robin is taking
Likes
that.
that.
All right, and then in this
Robin.
stack, um, this was probably a stack she had ready for a project, right? Here's another piece of that. Does someone
Probably.
else want some? I only had one bidder, so I'm only gonna run this if someone says please run. And this piece is also, it's a little more than a yard
Robin
and
will
a half.
take it.
It's
Deb
66.
Jam is giving us a raid.
Deb Jam, thank you so much for the raid. We have a giveaway going, so everyone get in and we'll pull up Deb's profile. Junk Journal Scrapbooking 3D Jolie Boutique stickers. Everyone get in the giveaway. And here is Deb Jam is such a fun seller.
You all know Deb. You know her cousin Strawberry and her other cousin Raspberry Jam.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She is such a fun seller and she has all kinds of really good stuff. And she's also in this raid train that I'm in. She's in twice. You're doing it twice, once at 1:15 my time and 2:30 my time. And so yeah, what are you selling tomorrow in that raid train?
They also have that member of the
And
family.
then she's got National 12's Day Fabric Edition, Fabric and Chat. So yeah, she's got lots of shows coming up. Make sure you have her bookmarked. She's a delight. And thank you so much for the raid. And we're going to run this piece that is 66 inches. So it's a little more than a yard and a half.
Yep.
So that's running this Deb Strain Moda
I used to make blackberry jam all the
pumpkin
time
print that is so cute.
because we had blackberries growing everywhere when we lived on the Canadian
And
border.
that piece is going to
Robin.
Robin. Congrats.
Thanks, Robin.
All right. And believe it or not, I have another piece of that. Let's see how much this piece is.
Believe it
This
or
one
not,
is 3 yards, I
learning to
think.
fly or something like that.
Let's check. So we'll run this one by the yard because it looked like we had a couple of people bidding. Yeah, this one is 3 yards. So I'm going to run it 3 times for a yard. Okay. And we'll cut it. So here's the first yard of this one running Sandy Gervais Moda. The line is called Grand Finale and it's vintage
And
or
the
older
giveaway winner
Moda.
is bum 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 JD.
JD, congrats. You get to pick Las Vegas or camping. Jolie's Boutique stickers. Robin took the first yard of this piece. We're cutting this one, Bert.
Okay.
All right, camping or Vegas, which would you like? Camping, coming to you. Super cute. Thanks for being here.
Was it a yard or half yard?
This is a yard. All right,
Okay.
here's the next yard of this piece. This is a 3-yard piece, so we're going to cut it. Or if the same person gets multiple cuts, you'll get, continuous yards because it's in a 3-yard piece. Beautiful Moda Grand Finale by Sandy Gervais. Robin gets the next piece, and here's the last yard of this running. Last yard. And then I have a couple of pieces that were with this that I'll run that are kind of like part of the set she had gathered together for some project.
Robin's like Veruca Salt. She wants it all.
She wants it all, and she gets it. Nice. I always love when I don't have to cut something. Doesn't hurt my feelings one bit.
Thanks, Robin.
Thank you. That is coming to you. Very nice.
All
right. So here's one of the pieces she had with that. It's a beautiful stripe. Let's see, it possibly is from the same line. Decent chance of that. Let's check. It is not, but it's a beautiful piece that matches perfectly. It is The Great I Am by Leanne Anderson for Henry Glass. Beautiful stripe and the fall colors. This one is a yard and a half. So yard and a half, pretty Henry Glass stripe. Has the black, the orange, the greens in there. Yard and a half Henry Glass, that's running. As Bert would say, glass half full.
Henry Glass half full.
So beautiful Henry Glass stripe.
He's not a half empty kind of guy.
All right, and then the other pieces that were with this fall bundle, these are the same print in two different sizes. So we'll run them together because this one's a smaller piece. And then you get both colorways. This is also that Great I Am Leanne Anderson Henry Glass. So it matches the stripe. This one's a half yard, 18-inch. And then this piece in the green, wow, this is really pretty. Nice rich color, is a yard and a half. So yard and a half yard. And then let me know if someone wants me to go ahead and run that stripe with this as a bundle, because you would get yard and a half of this, yard and a half of the stripe that matches, and a half yard of the golden color. Let me know if someone wants that deal. I'll give you a nice deal on it.
Yes, Robin said.
That would be for, let's see, 3.5 yards. Yeah, 3.5 yards.
Duh.
Okay, let's see what we can do with that. Okay, so 3.5 yards. I'm gonna do $14 start. It's over a pound of fabric. So here we go. That's running. Look how pretty that is. And then this golden color of the same print. And then you're also getting this matching coordinating stripe that goes with it. Nice set. And Robin's taking that set. Thank you.
Take that bad boy.
Congrats. They were with those pumpkins. They'll look beautiful with it. All right, let's do some half yards. These are batiks. So this looks like it has kind of a bamboo look to it to me. No, I don't know. I take that back. I was looking at those things, seeing the little lines, and at first I was like, oh, bamboo. No. So it's a diagonal, and it's black with red, orange. And this is a pre-cut half yard of batik. It's at 19 inches. So beautiful batik. Half yard. Here we go. That's running. And here's your selvage on that. So that's how it runs on that diagonal. Isn't that cool?
Any more?
Yes, I definitely have more Civil War.
Any more Civil War?
So we can run some more Civil War. All right, let me pull out a bundle that is Civil War. Let's see.
Oh, maybe you see.
All right, these are 3 pieces. That one, that one, and that one. And looks like this is Judy Rothermel fat quarter. That first piece. The second piece is a Wyndham Nancy Gear. And the third piece is a 1/4 yard. I think. No, actually, it's oh yeah, it is a 1/4 yard. So 1/4 yard, Andover, Joe Morton. All right, how's that for some Civil War? You get Judy, Nancy, and Joe all in one bundle.
Oh, that sounds like presidential candidates.
All right, here we go. 3 beautiful Civil War pieces. A 1/4 yard Joe Andover, a Nancy Gear, and a Judy Rothermel. Thanks for your bids. And a Rainy.
Rainy grabs that bad boy.
Congrats. All right, this fabric is in the Buy It Now. This is Party of 12
Rainy.
Judy Rothermel. This is a collectible, hard to find. I'm flash selling it. It's a beautiful color. You get 1/2 yard increments. It is running flash sale. You don't have to bid against other people. 1/2 yard for $8.10. Party of 12, Judy Rothermel, 1/2 yards running. If you want some of that. Gorgeous, kind of a deep salmon pink color with that little micro print. 1/2 yards running. Party of 12. Thank you, Prism. All right. Put that in the cut pile.
Thanks, Prism. Is this Civil War or no?
Let me see. I mean, I would consider it Civil War just because it's kind of a patriotic print, but not necessarily. This was a patriotic one. This one is no markings on selvage. It's going to be from that same era. Look at this little mini flag print.
Everybody's saying
And this is a full yard. So full yard, no mark on selvage, vintage. Let's run it. That's running. That is a tiny little flag. See that tiny little flag? See my finger? That is a cool print. And Rainy is taking that piece. Congrats.
Thanks, Rainy.
Here's another one that's a nice patriotic vintage. This one is marked. It is Americana 3 by Joanna Wilson for Pinnacle Fabrics, Brewer Sewing Supplies. Wow. And it is this really cool star stripe. And this is a yard. It's a full yard. There's a couple extra inches on it. It's definitely more of a vintage feel. And it was ripped instead of cut. So if you don't like that edge on it, a lot of quilters do that to keep the straight line.
Hello, baby. I'm ripped. If you don't like it,
But it is an extra, there's a little few extra inches on there. So full yard of that vintage,
that's
patriotic,
he was ripped.
Stripe star, Americana 3. That is a really cute piece too.
Rainy takes that bad boy.
All right, and then this is a really nice, just a nice deep red maroon pinstripe. And let's see if it's marked. No, it's no mark on selvage. It would have been, a basics type thing from the quilt shop. And you can tell it's a vintage. And this one is a full yard. Someone wants that one. Nice deep red beige pinstripe. Classic full yard.
Yes, Ulysses S. Grant actually had a pair of boxers out of this
Thank you,
fabric.
Rainy. That's coming to you.
Rainy takes that.
And I have a second piece of that. Let me see if it's the same size.
Thanks, Rainy.
Yeah, same thing, full yard.
I'm pretty sure that's true because
Running.
it's a rumor I just started.
Nice deep maroon, red, tan stripe. Or beige, I guess you could say. Yeah. Cotton and Rainy's taking that one
Rainy
as well.
takes that.
All right, this one is in the bite. Now we'll flash sell this one. This one is a Marcus Brothers. It's not marked as a Judy Rothermel, but it's from that same era, and it's kind of a dusty, rosy mauve print, Civil War. Very pretty. So Marcus.
There's a slight chance it's War of 1812, but we're pretty sure it's Civil War.
All right, it's this one. All right, half yards running on this one for 510 a half yard. That's a good deal. So get some of this one.
Thanks,
Looks like there's
Clips.
5 half yards left. Down to 4. It will be continuous if you get more than one. So if you want a full yard, just snag 2. Rainy's getting one. 3 left.
Thanks,
Counting
Clips and
down.
Rainy.
Rainy's getting another one. Thank you for your bid or for your purchases. And that's done. Let me know if it needs to run again. All right, here's another nice Civil War. This one is a Wyndham called Beacon Hill, 1875 by Pat Speth. And it has
Pat
this
Speth,
neat
really?
design. So Wyndham. And I've got 5 half yards available. This one's on flash sale for 510 a half yard. If you want some of that nice one. I love the background design on this. And then those, you can see those are about fingernail size. So not, that's gives you a size reference.
If my last name were Speth,
Yeah.
I'd change my name. I really would.
Why?
Well, because Pat Speth doesn't sound as good as Steph Speth.
Oh,
I'd change
there
it to
you go.
Steph.
You'd change it to Steph. Okay.
Yeah, Steph
Thanks
Speth.
on that one.
That's right.
All right, this one is also a tiny little print. I don't know if it was necessarily made for Civil War, but it's a good one for Civil War. It's a Westminster fiber free spirit by someone's name I can't Le Rouvray.
Yes,
Free spirit.
Steph.
And it's an awesome color. So it's kind of that interesting mustard color. Let me get this one pulled up. I have 1 half yard left on this, it says. So let's run that. If someone wants the last piece of this. Kind of that neat Dijon mustard brown, tiny little print.
Hey, welcome
Free
in,
spirit.
Running
Sold
flagpole
out.
stuff now.
Thank you.
That goes right into Clips, right? This was the last piece.
Well, I have to see
Oh, you have
if
to
someone
check
else
it?
bought some because I
okay.
thought I had more than that, but we'll cut it and see. This is a nice ticking stripe that goes with kind of all these Civil War primitives. This one is marked 2002 Carol Enders for Fabrics by Spectrix. And I love the colors.
That sounds like an evil guy from a James Bond movie.
And I have this on flash. Steph said she'd change her last name. That's hilarious. All right, so if you want some of this ticking stripe half yard, vintage Spectrix fabrics, it's just kind of like a neat muted blue red.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. That's got 4 seconds. Clips is in again. Thank you. All right. And then the last piece I have in there right now is this one that I already showed. This one's not Civil War. This is more like cottage core. It's by
This is more like
Robin Pandolph
It's
for
Desert
Moda,
Storm.
and it's got this beautiful lace ribbon that goes through it. And let me get that one pulled up.
It's Korean conflict.
So that's running half yards for 480. Robin Pandolph Moda cottage core, and it's kind of let me put white up against this so you can see the colors better. 'Cause they are muted, but you can see it's got kind of a gray blue lace ribbon and then these pretty little mauvey pink flowers on a kind of cream color, very cottage core. So if anyone wants some of that one. All right. Let's do some more. Um, do we have more fabric in bins? Let me run this little
Yeah.
project. This is a
That's something that I think people would think is cool and they'd want.
all right. This is a little project set that you get in the little mesh bag, and it makes
I think
this.
they would like that.
So here's your pattern. It makes this table runner that says harvest, and it's a felted wool project. So see how cute that is, felted wool. And it's 10.5 by 33 harvest wool runner. And then she's got an extra copy of the pattern instructions in there. And then you get all of this wool that she had. And then this was some woven that she was going to put on the back. That's in there as well. So, all this felted wool in there with the pattern and that big chunk of a woven. Looks like it's more than a half yard. Let's see. 24 inches of this beautiful fall woven plaid for the back of the runner. And yeah, so really nice kit there to make a runner. And it's going to have the look of this type of stuff where you
The look
do the applique with the felted wool. Let me show you another project she did.
your
This is a little like table centerpiece with hexies. And this one she did mix. So it's like quilting cotton, felted wool, quilting cotton, felted wool, and then it's got wool applique on muslin, and then some embroidery and some little, yeah, this one's like painted embroidered. So isn't that cute? So, and this one, it has wool on the back. So that would be kind of that type style of project. Here's another runner she made. This has the wool applique on wool. This whole thing is wool on this one. Pomegranates, isn't that gorgeous? Look at
everything
blanket stitch she did around the edges.
She was an amazing sewer.
So yeah, she did just amazing, amazing stuff. So, and these projects I'm showing are actually ones he's allowing us to sell. I just got them yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to kind of look at them and price them. But if you're interested in any of those that I show, message me and I'll get them priced. So it wasn't my family member, but we're selling this estate for her husband, and he has become a dear friend. So, yeah. So yeah, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different little runner project things that I can price. The one behind me is not for sale, but he lent me this to show you as an example, of some of her work, and this is stunning. All right, so if someone wants this kit to make this harvest runner, it's so cute. And you get the little mesh project bag, and it weighs about 7 ounces, and I'm gonna run it for $10 start. So here we go. So you get the bag with all the wool and the fabric and the pattern. So it's all in there. If you want a fun project for to try out some felted wool and embroidery, or maybe you already do it, clips and sews is getting that. I lost audio. Can you guys not hear me? Tell me in chat if you can hear me. Okay, so yeah, if it looks like maybe if it's yours, just go out and come back in. All right, and thank you, Clips. That is coming to you. Nice little project. Let me find your bin. Bert stepped out for a second. Let's see. There you are. All right, coming your way. All right, I'm just going to grab some more fabric. And this is beautiful. I would consider this probably Civil War era type print. This is Terry. Oh, yeah, this is a Terry Clothier. Who was just asking for that? Libertyville, Terry Clothier Thompson, 2005. Horticulture Hall, 1876 to 1900. So Prism was. Is this one of the ones you were asking about? So this one is cream and I'm pretty sure that's black. Let me get the color up against it. Yeah, it's black, not navy. So cream and black. And this is a full yard.
So her answer is yes.
All right, so that's running.
And she also said C because she's multilingual.
I see so much fabric. I never remember. I have to, like, oh, send me a picture. Then I can maybe remember. There's some stuff that are more memorable than others, but
Prism House.
thank you, Prison. That's coming to you. Glad we figured out. Because you got some pieces from this collection last show, right? These are so nice. I think this might be something similar. Let's look. Let's see. Yeah, this one is also from that same line. Libertyville, Terry Clothier Thompson, 2005, Centennial Ball, 1876, 1900. This is beautiful. Look at the little red floral sprigs on this. And let me see if this runs black too. Yeah, I think it's black. It kind of comes across navy with the red, but it's not. It's cream, red, black. And this is also a full yard. That's really nice. That's running. Libertyville, Moda, out of print, Civil War, very cute print. And Clips is getting that one. Congrats. All right, snag me some more pieces up there. All right, here's another little mini stash bundle.
These came out of there.
That are Civil War. And this looks like this is a Joe Morton. This is just a little scrappy, like fat 1/8 size piece, but it runs this way instead of, it's not even a fat 1/8, I don't think. Let's see. Oh, it is. It's 8 inches wide. So it's a fat 1/8. Or no, a fat 1/8 should be 9 inches. Let me see. Not quite 9 inches, like 8.5. So not quite a fat 1/8 on that Joe Morton piece. But there's another piece of it that is a fat 1/4 missing a corner. So you get 2 pieces of that one, Joe Morton. And then this piece is quite a large piece, and it's an Andover, probably also a Joe Morton. That looks like a Joe Morton, doesn't it? And it doesn't, but that part's cut off. And this one's a 13 inch. So a 1/3 yard, a little bit more than a 1/3 yard. Fat 1/4 missing a chunk, and almost a fat 1/8. So 3 Joe Morton Andovers.
A dingleberry.
Here we go. A 1/3 yard and the other 2 pieces. 13 inch with the fabric, fat 1/4 missing a chunk, almost a fat 1/8. Joe Morton Andover, Civil War. No takers. Okay. And let's do this one is definitely a Civil War paisley. This one is a Joe Morton Andover. Nice paisley piece. And this one is a 20-inch half yard. So nice half yard there. That's running. Beautiful Joe Morton half yard. And Clips is taking that piece.
Hey, clips and snips and sewing.
All right, this is beautiful. This one is Victorian Courtship Rogue Northcott, same era. And this is like a light beige, burgundy red little print.
Hey,
And
Napo.
this one
Hey,
is
Tohu.
a 19-inch half yard. So nice Northcott Rogue. That's beautiful. Very nice.
Row, row, row your Greg gently.
And that's going to Clip. Thank you.
Thanks, clips and snips.
All right, let's see what this one is. I actually have two pieces of this that were separate. They feel like half yards. So we'll run it twice. This one is Independence Trail Polly Minnick Laurie Simpson for Moda. I would consider that a light tan beige. And then the red in this is leans a little bit brick. So that's the nice print on that half yard. Moda, Civil War. Here we go. That's running. Someone wants that nice one. Clips is taking that one.
Clips and snips, thanks.
And I do have a second piece. Let me know if you want me to run that one. All right, this one feels vintage. It's a red with little stars. No mark on selvage. Cute piece. All right, and this one is a 18-inch half yard vintage. Here we go. No mark on selvage. Cute little red, kind of grunge star print. Is it running?
Yeah, it ran.
It did run?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here,
No
put it with
takers
the
on that.
Patriotic fabric.
Hang on, sorry, my phone was dinging. Let me turn the thing off. All right, there we go. Okay, this is a bundle. 30 large strips that are patriotic fabrics that are 4 to 5 inch wide by 20 to 22 long, all pre-washed. So they were something she was going to make something out of. So it's all like stars and yeah, it looks like it's almost all stars, all pre-washed. That's kind of a fun bundle. So there's 30 strips in this bundle. How much does it weigh?
You
Doesn't say on here.
my
Let me see how much it weighs.
star. Don't you go away.
All right, this bundle weighs 9 ounces. So that's a lot of fabric.
Halada.
A lot of
fabric.
stars, strips. $5. You get it all. Look how fun that is. That's a fun bundle of all these stars. There's tons of different star prints. And Clips is taking that. There was a rubber band around this, wasn't there?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to save the little tags so you'll know what you got there. That's coming to you.
That's right. It comes with a designer rubber band. A
Let
designer
me see what
fan.
these other half yards are up here.
You lucky girl.
Let's do a half yard bundle because these three all look to me like they're supposed to be together. What do you guys think? 1, 2, and 3. They just look like they coordinate. And let's see what they are. Andover Renee Nanaman on this piece. The other one is Thimbleberries, RJR. And then the last one is,
Honey Boo Boo for Dollar General.
remember when Thimbleberries was everything? This one, the last one is not marked. But these obviously she had put together for something because they just match so perfectly, right? 3 half yards. This is a yard and a half of fabric in a bundle. That's running. So this one's a thimbleberry. This one's not marked. And then this one's Andover. Nice bundle. Going to Robin. Thank you. Those are coming to you.
Robin Lynn, thank you. That's a lot of fabric.
All right. This is a half yard. And it is Mary Francis and Thimble Friends 2005 from the Vintage Workshop. It's just a sweet little like ticking stripe dot, cream and green. I don't know. I love that piece. I don't see anything immediate to go with it. Let me see. So yeah, it's just a half yard. So if someone wants that little half yard, I just love it. It's so sweet. Someone get it. Tiny little ticking stripe with the little sage green dots. No one needs it. Okay. Let's see. This is a batik half yard. It's a cool pattern. It's like a kind of a fireworks looking pattern. The colors on this are interesting. They're like mauves and blues, gray blues, olive greens, peaches. So pre-cut half yard batik. Someone wants that one. It's a neat design. And Stephanie is going to snag that
Stephanie
piece.
takes that bad boy.
You guys want some more batiks? Did you bring a batik
Yes, I
thing
did.
out? Oh, here's
Thanks,
another one.
Stephanie.
This is batik. It's like peacock feather in gorgeous colors. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. And this one is a pre-cut half yard batik as well. Someone wants that for sure. That is so pretty. So half yard, peacock feathers, and of course I jinxed it by saying someone definitely wants that because then no one wanted it. What? All right, I'll put it away.
People want batiks?
I don't know. Did anyone say in chat if you want to see some more batiks because we can pull some more? All right, I think this needs to go with a bundle. So this is Timeless Treasures, and it is gilded. It's a beautiful fall black-eyed Susan, flower, pumpkin, berry, apple print, and it is a half yard. And then this is a larger piece of the same print. So I'm going to run the half yard, and then with the half yard, there's some little scraps that were in there. So you're getting the half yard plus some little scrap pieces. And then I'll run the larger piece. So here's the half yard. Timeless Treasures.
Timeless.
Gorgeous. It's gilded, so you can see it has outlined in gold. That is so pretty. RL Jayco's taking that, and then you get these little scrap pieces that were folded into that.
Congrats, RL.
Thank you. And then this piece of the same one, let me know if you guys want me to run this one, is a full yard. Same print, full yard.
Yes,
Anyone want the
run
full
that.
yard? Okay. So here is the full yard of that.
What a fool believes.
Gilded Timeless Treasures. That's so pretty.
The wise man has the power.
And RL is going to take it all. Thank you. That's coming your way.
Thank you, RL.
All right, this is a stack of. All right, okay, so tell me if you're quilters that do this, because I know Lovely Pinto, my friend Lovely Pinto, who has been our longtime friend moderator, who works during the day now. She does this. She gets her fabric and she cuts it into 6-inch strips because she does a lot of projects that she does smaller things like hexes, paper piecing. So these are all 6-inch with the fabric strips. And it's just a stack of pretty pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a yard of fabric right there in 6-inch strips. So I'm going to do it for $6, $1 a strip. So that pretty green, that red marble, that's a cool one. And this gold marble, that's a pretty one. And then this nice one that's like a brown black.
Clips and snoops.
Thank you, Clips. That's coming to you.
Yeah, our friend Lovely Pinto works so hard, she's had to change her username to Lovely Clydesdale.
All right, here's a stash bundle. And this one is just all fun dotty pieces that were in her bin that were marked dots. Look at these purples. And then look at that fun one. So let's see what sizes these are. This one is a fat quarter. So the black dotted is a fat quarter. The garden pin dot and periwinkle is a quarter yard. And then this piece is also a quarter yard moda. That's a moda. That's pretty. All right, so who wants this fun bundle? 2 quarter yards and a fat quarter. Stash bundle. And I've been running these at $4 to $5. That one's worth $5 at least. 2 quarter yards and a fat quarter. 2 really pretty periwinkles, and then this fun colored dot. Going to Chris, thank you for your purchase today. That is coming to you. Let's run another buyer giveaway for a free fat quarter. Everybody get in, and I've got some nice fat quarters you can choose from. So we have this really cute dot, this really cool one, this cool green crackle, and then this really pretty blue kind of crackle stripe. So any of those are up for grabs. So everyone getting that giveaway, everyone that made a purchase, thanks for being here. Hand me more stuff.
Did anybody want batiks?
Oh, I didn't see any answers for batiks.
No.
Let me know if you guys want us to pull some of the batiks, because I have a whole bin of them. All right, this is a green stashed bundle.
They want these retro ones.
I've showed those a couple times. I have some Judy Rothermill retros that are the 1930s like feed sack prints. I have a couple of those. This is green dots. We have a, let's see. These are two rectangles together, so like 8x10s or bigger. And then this is a fat quarter of Moda. And this one is a fat quarter of also Moda. So you're getting 2 fat quarters and these 2 big rectangles. That's a nice set. Here we go. $4 start on this one. That's a screaming deal. Here we go. 2 beautiful green Moda dot and then 2 rectangles of that one. Clips is taking that.
Yep. Thank you. I'll find just some stuff to
All right.
augment what you got.
Do you guys want more wovens? Because I do have, where'd that bin go that had the wovens in it? That was right there.
I put it over here.
Oh, okay. So I can grab some more wovens. I have lots of nice wovens too. If you guys want more of that. I have 3 pieces here on the table. Let's see if anyone wants this. It's kind of a random bundle, but they're all nice woven plaids. That's a really pretty one. Nice one. Nice one.
Does anybody want fruit?
Okay. And I have more Christmas stuff too, if you guys want Christmas. Fat quarter. Let's see, this one's also a fat quarter. And this one is also a fat quarter. So these are 3 woven fat quarters. Nice quilt shop wovens, kind of these all have kind of that homespun, but not too rustic feel. And that is running 3 wovens, just 3 different ones. They're all pretty wovens. Art LJ is in. Thank you. That's coming to you. All right, these are RLs.
Okay.
Where's I'm gonna just throw it on your chair because I can't get out because you kind of boxed me in. I'm boxed in, you guys. All right, this piece looks like remnants.
There's some different stuff.
Let's see if we have selvage. Oh no, there's selvage on here.
Thank you, RL.
Is there selvage on both sides? Yes, selvage on both sides. This is Thimbleberry. Ginny Buyer palette. Oh no, not Thimbleberry. Ginny Buyer for RJR. It's a black brown. And this piece is 24, I'm going to call it 23 inches because it was cut a little bit wonky. So 23 inches. And then there's a remnant piece that is, it's a big long strip. That's about the equivalent of a fat quarter. Okay, so if someone wants that set of RJR, let me get the fuzz balls off that. All right. $4, more than a half yard on the one piece, and then that big remnant piece that was with it. Someone wants that. RJR.
Nope, no take
No
it on that.
takers. All right. Bert grabs some more stuff.
Dory door.
All right, that's an interesting color. Snowflakes on orange. Right? Are those snowflakes or just designs? Looks like snowflakes.
Snowflakes.
All right, snowflakes on orange. Why not? Murmurs of the Forest by Maywood Studio. And it is a full yard. If someone wants that one.
Winter in Tucson.
Yeah, there you go. Snowflake. It's a pretty piece. I like the look of it.
Oh, good wife won the
screen print.
Oh, thank you, Barb.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me pull up the fat quarters
No taker on that.
to let her pick one. We're missing the giveaways because we're digging out fabric. All right, so here's choices. So we've got this pretty light blue, the green crackle, the purple hexes, or the little patterned dots on cream. Any of those strike your fancy? The dots. Those are cute. That's coming to you. All right, let me see what else he grabbed out. Ooh, I like this. It's kind of a deep mustard. It's not quite a half yard. This is vintage Virginia Robertson for fabric quilt. And it is 15.5 inches width of fabric. I just think that's pretty. So we'll run it for $3. It's over a third of a yard. Vintage fabric quilt. That is a cool print, isn't it? It's very pretty. And
Rainy
that's
takes
going to
that.
Rainy. I like that piece. Okay.
Thank
This
you.
one is Timeless Treasures. It's a really nice like grungy scroll. That's not the right word to say it. It's like muted tones, beautiful scroll. Someone give me better words to describe this. And it's a full yard. Full yard. That's really pretty. So, Timeless Treasures, full yard. That was a good description. Okay. It's funny because when you sell fabric, it's like you try to be as creative as you can to describe things, but sometimes you just run out of words, right? Watercolor look. And that's going to Rainy. That's a really nice piece. It's very
Rainy
pretty.
grabs that.
Okay. Oh, this is another really nice leaf. Look at that. Ooh, I like that too. Color. This is like a beige, but it has a little tint of an olive green in it, wouldn't you say? And this one is by Santa Barbara, Celebrating Style with RJR 2005. So it's vintage RJR. And we have a yard and a half, I think. Yep, yard and a half. That is very nice fabric. Like the color. So yard and a half, vintage RJR. Here we go. That's running. That is very nice. Thank you, Barb and Robin, for your bits. And Robin is taking that down.
Thank you, Robin.
All right, I fill a bundle because I'm seeing these little pieces she had together in here, and I'm just feeling like they need to go together. You'll see why.
Together. We'll sell them together. They're
And maybe even this one. Yeah, I'm going to do this one too.
stitch away.
So this is a stash bundle. This is like a little scale, or what would you call this? Like roof tile scale. And it is like a quarter yard, a little bit more than a quarter yard piece. And then we've got this gorgeous wheat that is a vintage Moda fat quarter. Look at that old selvage. Debbie Rogers Moda fat quarter. And then this beautiful one is Debbie Rogers Moda also. So those were probably from the same collection. And this one's a quarter yard. That is so pretty. And then this is a little piece that is like an eighth of a yard. No mark on selvage. That's pretty too. All right, so this little dark leaf bundle, you've got two vintage modas, quarter yard fat quarter, and then these two extra pieces. That's a nice bundle. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Probably about a yard of fabric there in that bundle. That's running. Look how pretty those are. And that bundle is going to
Clips and Sips.
Thank you. Let me refold this one piece. It's kind of wonky. She had it folded all nice and I unfolded it and didn't refold it very nice. All right, that bundle's coming to you.
Thanks, clips and snips.
All right, this is a cute set of fat quarters. I think I'm going to open them up and see, and I'm going to run it with that. So if you love yellow, look how cute this is. So this piece is definitely a fat quarter. I don't have the marked side of selvage on that one. And then these two little florals are Northcott, and they're both fat quarters. Same print. Okay. So two of that. Those are so cute. And then I love this. All right. Three beautiful yellow fat quarters. Here we go. $5 start. Someone's going to get all three of these beauties. Three fat quarters. These are Northcott. Not sure on that one, but it's beautiful. Stephanie is taking that bundle. Thank you.
Stephanie, bro. Thanks, Steph.
All right, here's two yellow pieces that are both stars, star prints, in unmarked selvage on that one. And then this one is a fat quarter, also unmarked. So fat quarter and quarter yard. Yellow with stars, both of them. And I would say these have more of a vintage feel. Both cute. And we're gonna start that at $3. There we go. $1.50 each, fat quarter and quarter yard stars on yellows. Clips is in on that one. Thank you. Those are coming to you.
Thanks, clips.
Let's see what else I love in here. There's some really cute reds. I love this piece. It's a vintage fat quarter, I think. Let's see how big it opens up to. Yeah, that's a fat quarter. And then I love this piece too. And that one's a quarter yard. And this one is marked Garden Party by Carol Endress for Ben Artex. So quarter yard on that one. And then a fat quarter of this one. And then let's throw in one more. This one's like a quarter yard. That's pretty. Little kind of check. All right, three pieces. $4 start. Stash bundle. I really like that one. These are both really pretty too. Clips is taking those. Thank you. Bert needs to liven up here.
I need to, yeah.
Are you falling asleep?
I'm
Fighting it?
I'm
Well, we were
pumping.
up late talking to my son before they left last night. I think we made it into bed about 2 in the morning. So yeah, it was late night. You have to maximize family time when they come. That's for sure. All right, this is beautiful. This is like a deep burgundy wine color, and it's a quarter yard. I don't see any marks on that one. And then this one, similar colors. This is folded weird. Oh, these are two pieces, like two remnant pieces that are, let's see, they're about 15 by 21. So not quite fat quarter size, two of them. This beautiful wine scroll. So almost a fat quarter yard on that one. And let's do this cool piece. This one is that was a quarter yard. That's a nice design on there. All right, so you're getting those 4 pieces of fabric, stash, bundle, $1 a piece, start. So quarter yard, and then 2 big, almost fat quarter pieces. That's a really pretty color. And Rainy is taking that set.
Okay.
Wine and roses. It's a wine and roses bundle.
Birthday.
Oh, this is a Ginny Buyer. I just noticed it. Beautiful Ginny Buyer RJR on that one. All right, coming to you.
Thanks, Rainy.
All right, I have yardage. Someone was wanting bigger scale, right? This is really pretty. This is vintage Moda Robin Pandolph, and it's green and gold. So if you want bigger scale, this fits the bill. And I have, looks like 3 yards of this. A little bit more than 3 yards. About 5 times 4 is 20. It's about 3.5 yards. So 3.5 yards on here. Does anyone want this whole beautiful piece? Robin Pandolph Moda, 3.5 yards. I'll do $17 start for the whole piece. All right, deal. Mm, That's running. Beautiful Moda Robin Pandolph vintage. That's the old style Moda selvage. 3.5 yards. Going to Rainy. Congrats. Coming your way. Bert.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Rainy.
3 really pretty stripes. I think they must be from all the same collection because it looks like the same widths, like 3 colorways, don't you think? And these are fat quarters. Let me make sure they're all, yeah, all fat quarters. And I don't, let's see, they're all Moda. So Moda, these are April Cornell Modas. So pretty little stripes. Fat quarter set. Here we go. Less than $2 a fat quarter. April Cornell Moda stripes. Those are nice ones. Pretty colors. Stephanie is getting those. Congrats.
Stephanie, bro. Thanks, Steph.
Oh, this is a kind of a strips of fabric bundle. They're just all cool pieces. Let me see what size these are. They might be quarter yards. Let's check. Not quite. They're about 7.5 inches wide, and this is old coins. See that? And then this one, that one actually looks like a quarter yard. And then this one, and this one is a woven, a nice woven plaid. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 that are about 7 or bigger by width of fabric. And we're going to do $5 start. Here we go. That's a really cool print with the coins. And you got that pretty one. That's gorgeous. And that's a nice woven. And Chris is taking that bundle. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
You need to sing or something.
I do. Thanks, Chris RT85.
All right. What else do we have? Oh, this is a cute one. These are different dot prints. That is a really cute one. This one's gilded. And then there's this nice one. And I believe these are all fat quarters. Let me double check. This is Marcus Fabrics Alfresco Michelle D'Amour fat quarter. This one that's gilded is Andover Crazy Red Roses by Maywood Studio. Maywood Studio, sorry. Maywood Studio fat quarter. And then this one is kind of a yellow green. It's a fat quarter with I don't have the marked selvage side. So you get all three of those. Those are awesome colors. 3 fat quarters running. I love this one. And then that is cool with the gilding. And that's just a fun color combo. And those are going to Becca's sewing table. Thank you. How are you today? Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you. All right. This is what you would call a big old huge salesman sample stack.
This is going to Becca.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
Becca.
Becca, thank you.
They are 10-inch squares. So like, like a layer cake. Oh, actually they're not 10. They're 9.5 by 9.5. And look how thick this is. They're just so, and I know they're salesman samples because there's paper and glue remnants on the backs of some of these. So she worked at a quilt shop. So these probably came out of some kind of sample book that one of the manufacturers dropped off, and let them show or, to encourage them to buy. And there's some snowflakes in here. There's some hearts, prints. There's
There's some
just all
prints.
kinds of
It's the artist formerly known
9.5-inch squares of just all this different stuff. So, and I don't know the maker, and there's some solids too. And then, oh, look, these are that's kind of a cool print.
It's looking very Moda to me, but I don't know.
And I'm gonna weigh this so that we know, how much it weighs. A layer cake is right around 15 ounces to a pound, depending on the brand of fabric. This weighs 12.2 ounces. So, and then they're 9.5-inch squares. Okay, so that's a lot of fabric. There's definitely more than 42 squares in there. Okay, who wants this nice bundle? I'm going to start it for $8. And there are a little bit of glue and paper on some of the edges, like I showed you. So keep that in mind. That you just got all kinds of neat stuff in here. Some pretty snowflakes, hearts, cool stuff. Barb is taking that set. Congrats.
Thank you, Barb.
That's coming your way. All right. All right, this is going to be a stripe stash bundle.
Stripe stash. Stripe stash.
Okay, here we go. Stripe.
Bible school bags. There you go, baby.
And this is a fat quarter, unmarked side of the selvage. This is a really cool print. And this one is a 1/3 yard, a little bit bigger than a 30-yard Nancy gear. So that one's a Civil War 1875 Nancy gear. See that neat design in there? All right. And last piece in this bundle is this one's actually a half yard, I think.
Welcome in,
Yeah,
Mariah,
it's a full
Donna,
half
and
yard. It
Tammy.
doesn't have a marked selvage. It's a really cool blue, black, almost kind of blue green, teal, dark teal, wavy stripe. All right, so you're getting those 3 pieces. Okay, stash builder bundle. One of them's a half yard. That's right.
The builder
Half
bundle.
yard. That one was a third of a yard, and this one was a fat quarter. Clips is getting that bundle.
Clips and snips.
All right, this
Sewing.
is nice. These are awesome. These little tiny mini checks to do all kinds of things with. This is a vintage Debbie mom, and it has been cut. So let's see. Before the cut, we have about 35 inches, and then you've got an extra piece. So about 35 inches with the fabric and then an extra piece. Vintage Debbie Mom check. And the colors on this are tan, black, and green. Okay.
Mum's the word on this fabric.
Yep, mom's the word. 35 inch, almost a full yard. And we're gonna do $5 start. You get that whole piece. Almost a yard plus some extra. Checks are awesome for borders and bindings. No takers. All right. How about this color? This is Ozark Calicos by Fabric Quilt. It's plum colored. Little diagonal diamond check. And it is a vintage feel. And there's a chunk cut out 23 inches up to here, and then there's that little piece cut out of the corner. And then there's also something, she needed that little piece for something, right? So about 23 inches plus some extra. Love the color on this. And here we go. That is more than a half yard of fabric running. Little diamond check in plum. No one on that.
Okay, greenies on that.
Okay. All right, let me show some other patterns and projects that I have. And I have this listed. This is a like a ruler template ruler for quilters. It is the Wonder Arc. Let me find it in here. All right, so it's a ruler with 5 patterns to use to use this with. And let me show you how this is. So it's a big square ruler, and then it has these slits that are circular. See those that are kind of half circle type size. And the ruler itself is 11-inch square. And then it comes with the original, packaging. And then it comes with 5 different patterns she had in here. And these are the designs that you make with it. See those kind of like hourglass shapes. This one has those kind of shapes. This one is called Twisted Apple. That is really cool. Look at that. And then this one is a packaged one. Double Circle, Wonder Arc. And this one is Windy Lack of Rain. So you would use that ruler template to make all of these. So it's a really good deal to get this template ruler plus, and she has the original price tag on here. She paid $60 for this. Holy cow. That was an expensive template ruler, right? And here's the, like I said, the original pack for this label, and I'm not getting it back in the bag. Okay, I'll get it back in later. So if someone wants this, I'm gonna flash sale it 10% off what I had in there. It's a really good deal. You don't have to bid against each other. You get the ruler template and all those patterns to go with it if someone wants to try this kind of stuff out. And it doesn't look to me like she used it. Someone wants that. It's a nice acrylic template ruler. All right, no keepers on that. So I'll see that. All right, I have this little, this is a, let's see, 3.5-inch Omni Grid. Just your classic little 3.5-inch, has the little sandpaper. I would consider it, it was definitely used, but in really good usable condition for sure. Someone wants this little Omni Grid 3.5-inch. I'm going to start it for $4. These are expensive. Someone snag that if you don't have one or want one. Little Omni Grip 3.5-inch acrylic, has little sandpaper dots. Good wife is taking
Good
that. Thank you.
wife. Thank you, good wife.
All right, I have some patterns that I'm going to run through really quick, and these are ones that you would use with felted wool. So, like this project here with the baskets, you can either do regular applique, or the felted wool. This one's pockets of posies, and it makes a this one's a quilt, 73 by 73. I was thinking it was a little wall hanging. It's a 73 by 73 quilt. Wow, that's cool. But it's large scale applique. That's interesting. Okay, so if someone wants this pattern, I'm going to run a series of patterns. We're going to do them fast, and I'll try and tell you what they are quickly. All right, let me get my pattern pinned here. All right, $3 start on this one. Hatched and patched, pockets of posies. Oh, maybe it's just one of the, you know what? I think maybe these are one of the
Junk
blocks.
paper, scissors.
Let me read this really quick. Yes, these are just for one of the blocks. So it's flowers 1 and 2. Okay, sorry about that. Flowers 1 and 2. I'm assuming. Are you okay with that? Because I guess if you make the entire quilt, then it's going to be 73 by 73. Okay.
Fine.
All right. So this one is flowers 7, 8, and 9. Same thing. So it's a similar pattern, but the other flowers. All right. So that's running. If you want that one. To try out some of that felted wool. Oh, and let me run some more felted wool too, because I still have some medium and large size bags that we can run. Thank
Scissors.
you.
Thanks, JPS.
Let me run another medium bag. I have 2 more medium bags left. Let's just run them both. So these are the medium felted wool pieces. And then I'll do some more patterns. So these weigh 4 to 5 ounces. You just get a bag full of felted wool pieces. So they're going to be, a little bit bigger pieces that you could use to do like the flower basket size stuff on this quilt back here. So that's running medium bag. Cindy Bro. Thank you, Cindy. All right, here's another medium bag. Ooh, look at that pretty green plaid. And then we've got some yellows and some other colors in there. Here we go. That's running.
Thank you,
Medium
bro.
felted wool bag. Big piece of that green. Thank you for your bids.
Rainy,
Let's
take
take that one.
that. Thank you, Rainy.
All right, let me grab the large ones and we can snag some more wool if you guys want more wool. All right, this one's a large bag. So these weigh 8 to 11 ounces, bigger pieces, not as much variety, but nicer, bigger pieces. So here we go. This one is running. So you've got some dark. Ooh, there's some nice cream, that kind of rusty, and then this really textured one. So those 4 pieces going to Cindy.
Cindy, bro. Thank you, Cindy.
All right, this bag has lots of texture. All right,
Designer bag there, Cindy.
camel color. This is gorgeous wool. Look at that.
Designer
Look at the
bag.
texture in that. And then this deep purple kind of houndstooth. So 3 pieces in that bag. 8 to 11 ounces of felted wool. That's running. And Cindy's taking that one. Ooh, this is a nice bag. Look at that, beautiful. And then we've got a nice big tan piece. This is really pretty. It's got lots of color in it. And then you've got a nice big cream piece. That's running. 4 different color pieces in there. Felted wool. And Rainy, taking that. All right, last one I have put together, but we can grab more if you guys want. All right, this one has a big rust color. That's like a deep purpley mulberry brown. And then a big piece of that and a piece of that. So 4 pieces there. That's running. Felted wool. 8 to 11 ounces. And Cindy's grabbing that.
Cindy, bro.
Does anyone want more of the little pieces? Do we have more?
Yeah.
Like the little tiny scraps?
Yeah.
I'll have Bert grab that if you guys want more of that.
You want more of the little scraps? All right, give me a second.
All
I'll
right,
get you
Bert will
some.
go grab that. Just bring it in and I'll give me some bags and I'll just kind of fill them. All right, while he's grabbing that, let me run some more patterns. All right, let's see what we've got here. Table runner of the month, July, August, or no, it's marked for August. So it's this runner right here. See how it's marked, checked. Okay, so Cotton Way table runner of the month, 16.5 by 42.5. I like table runners because it's kind of you can feel like you actually accomplished something cool without having to do some massive project, right? And they're pretty and you can give them as gifts. All right, this one is running. So it's the pattern for this runner. 16.5 by 42.5. That's a cool design with the big squares. All right, no one on that one. This one is Table Runner of the Month October. And it's this big oval one with the pumpkins, 20 by 42. And it has felted wool on that. It calls for felted wool to make the applique pumpkins and leaves on there. So that one's running if someone wants that one. All right, no one on that one. All right, and then this one is Nellie's Needle Quilt Patterns, includes instructions for mitering the border. Her Majesty makes a 73.5 by 73.5 quilt. That's pretty. I like that Celtic cross design. All right, that one's running if someone wants that one. Clips is in. Thank you. That one's coming to you. This one is Tiny Tote. Oh, it's a tote bag. Like little zip bags they are 3.5 by 10 by 5.5 zip bags. So it's a Utah quilt top shop pattern. Those are cute. Little zip bag pattern. Stephanie is taking that one. Thank you, Stephanie. All right, this is Stephanie's.
Added some more to that, so a little bit better variety. Thank you, Steph.
And this one is Clip.
Thank you. Clips.
Thank you.
Snips. Clips and snips. Sewing, not moil.
All right, sandwich bag. And I'm just gonna stuff it until it weighs 3 ounces, right? Is that what
Right.
you were doing?
Yep.
All right, so
Well, I was weighing it first and then stuffing, but
oh,
that's okay.
yeah, I can do that. That makes sense. Till it weighs 3 ounces. All right, so we're at 3 ounces. Let me get that thread off there. And I'll have to depressurize it later. All right, so this is one of the mini wool.
For buttons, I don't think she had any buttons that we haven't already sold.
Yeah. All right, these are the little pieces. All right, so here we go. Little pieces.
For your
Scrap
flowers,
bag,
and
flowers, leaves, stems, all the little wool, felted wool that you do. Debbie.
Cat.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie.
All right, let me see if I can get the air out of this and close it.
Here, I can do that.
So little felted wool handing off to Bert. All right, here's another sandwich bag. I'm gonna just weigh it until it weighs 3 ounces. Then we'll fill the bag. All right, so 2.2, 2.6. We're getting there close. 2.93. Okay, we're at 3. All right, so all this going in there. And that's running. So 3-ounce felted wool, little scraps. Thanks for your bids. And Cindy is taking that back. Probably have enough to do like 3 more, maybe. We'll see. In this bin, we have more.
Yeah, it's just haven't been separated out
Yeah.
yet.
All right. Some of these have long, like big, long strips. I'll try to limit that in here. Although those are good because you can do
Borders and stuff.
borders and stuff. Yeah. All right. This is falling off the scale. Let me see where we're at. This one's a little bit overweight, 3.3. All right. Here we go.
Thank you, Cindy, bro.
That's right. 3.3 ounces felted wool scraps.
Debbie
Debbie
Tass.
taking that
Like
overfilled bag. Bert gets to try and shut. Okay, here's another one. This one has some long strips too. No, we're at 1 point. Oh, I guess I could put the camera down so you can kind of see. Here, can you guys see that? As I'm piling it on, you can kind of see the colors that are going in.
it's like watching the guys at Subway make your sandwich.
A little bit more.
Would you like cheese on that?
I'm trying to pick some other colors out. All right, we're at 3.2 on this one.
It's amazing stretch on these designer bags.
Oh, they're made for fitting in a big old sandwich, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This bag is running felted wool scraps. So everything in there.
Cindy, bro, takes
Cindy's
that.
taking that one.
Thanks, Cindy.
All right. I don't have enough left in this bin for another small bag, so we'll have to find some more to add because we see we have this big bucket of them that we, when they find the little scraps, we start filling it again. So we'll add some more than that. Um, Let me just show you this again. The little quilt her wall hanging her husband gave me to show. This one is not for sale. Um, but I have these other ones he gave me yesterday that I haven't priced. Um, Here's one. This one is like a table centerpiece that is all wool on the front, and then the back is a woven. Nice little round scalloped floral centerpiece. Isn't that pretty? And all of this is felted wool. And you can see like this piece, she did a lot of her own dyeing. So like if you get some of the cream colored, you can dye it to, whatever colors you want. So yeah, she did lots of that. He was saying that his house always stunk of, because when you wash wool to felt it, it kind of has a weird smell. So he kind of didn't appreciate necessarily always the felted wool process. All right. Let's do a couple more patterns. Do you guys want Bert to grab a bag of wool that we can sell just pieces out of, bigger pieces? Let me know. I can have him go grab one. All right, let me look at these
Yeah.
patterns.
Okay.
All right, so go grab us a bag.
I'll make some. So
No,
while
you
you.
bring the bag in. I'm going to do the bigger pieces
Oh, all
that
right.
are by weight.
All right.
All right. All right, while he's doing that, I'll do some patterns. This one is open gate fields and furrows. And you can do either 48 by 60 or 60 by 72. This is 2007 Monique Dillard. That's very pretty. Okay, if someone wants this pattern, here we go. That's running 10 seconds. quilt pattern, 48 by 60 or 60 by 72. All right, going on that one. Corn Wagon, this is my local quilt shop. Corn Wagon Quilt Company, Penny Village, designed by Marianne Michaels, 40 and a half square. This is really cute. It's kind of folk art style. And it says 8 to 10 fat eighths, 3/4 of a yard black texture, 5 inches gold texture, 5/8 yard taupe, 1 1/3 yards for fabric backing. So, and it also has wool applique. So all of this is wool applique. So it has the wool requirements on here too. That's cute. All right, anyone want this one? Little folk art style quilt pattern. Definitely would need to commit to that one with all those little houses. All right, no takers on that. This is Kathy's Simple. So this one's more simple. Simple quilt, 95 by 97. It's a large one. Also can do 52 by 61. So it looks like it would be a, scrap friendly quilt. Here we go. That one's running. Small piece friendly quilt. 25 fat quarters, it says, for the blocks. 95 by 97. So that's a big quilt. All right, no one on that. This one is Aunt M's Quilts. Oh, she has a note in here. This quilt was at Pat's Market in June. It was really pretty in colors from Kansas Troubles and greens. Have a picture on my camera. Aw. Let me put the little note in the back so we can see the picture. And it says, let's see if it says size, 5.5 yards miscellaneous darks. Let's see, it doesn't say the size on it. So everything's there. Yeah, I mean, that's a larger quilt if you need 5.5 yards of miscellaneous darks, 1 yard light, 3/4 yard stop border, 1.5 yard outer, 5.5, 5 1/4 for back. So that gives you an idea, 5 1/4 for the back. But I'm not seeing anywhere easily where it says the size. So Aunt M's Harvest Sky. Let me show you the picture up close. Has a really vintage look. It's cool. All right, someone wants that one with her little note. That's right. All right, and Bert's got some more wool out here, so we can grab some more wool. All right, I'm just going to pick a few big pieces. Like this is a good one because this is a big chunk of one that isn't a neutral light color, and it's a nice thick wool, and you could, cut smaller pieces to dye in different colors. So let me tell you the measurement on this piece. It is about 25 wide by 52. So 25 by 52 piece. Cream colored. It does have, some texture to it. All right, let me weigh this piece and we'll just run it by weight. If someone wants that big chunk of felted wool. Wow, that's a big heavy piece. 14.2 ounces. So I'm actually going to run this at a pound. because by the time I pack it,
It needs a box for
yeah, it
packing
needs a
it.
box. So here we go. Well, I mean, it could go in a poly mailer, but yeah,
Maybe. Yeah.
the big piece. So that's running. Someone wants that big cream colored piece.
Debbie
And Debbie
takes that.
taking that.
Debbie?
Yeah, if you already met your shipping, doesn't matter. Okay. I'll just kind of go back and forth. This is a Free Spirit Sue's Goose Designs 82 by 82 jelly cake quilt. Oh, it says using the fabrics from Savon Bouquet by Verna Mascara for Free Spirit. Okay. So that's a cute quilt. Someone wants that pattern. That's running 10 seconds. Sue's Goose Designs 25 fat quarter quilt. All right, looks like we're not into patterns today, so I'll put those away. Okay, here's another piece. I'll do one more that's a neutral. Didn't get multiple bids on that, so I don't want to do too much of this. This one is a 24 by 46. So 24 by 46 felted wool, a little bit darker, but still a nice neutral that you could dye. And that piece is running. Felted wool.
Barbie.
Oh,
Debbie says hi, Barbie. Cindy Bro.
Cindy's taking that one. Thank you, Cindy.
Thanks, Cindy.
And we have a visitor. How's my little girl doing today? Sorry, we have a mess in here. You grab big hugs. Well, she's on the show. You wanna come say hi? Want to say hi to the people? Go with the phone. Wanna come say hi? Say hi. Mom. Oh, she's right there. You want to say hello? Look.
Look, say hi to the people. Say hi.
Yeah, say hi. Say hi. Hi, look at your cute shirt. It says love. All right, you might have to take her and then shut the door. So, all right, that's our cue that we have to wrap things up here because she's not easily entertained while we do shows. So let me run another giveaway. So this is going to be a buyer giveaway, and I've still got fat quarters that you can pick from. So everyone get in. Oh, I have this one. Let me make sure what size this is. It's like a Galaxy Robert Kaufman piece. That's cool, right? It's like the Aurora Borealis, Northern Lights or something, or Galaxy. So that's one of your choices. Fat quarter. Looks like it's kind of a bigger one. And then I've got that one, this one, blue, green, and then the Galaxy piece. So there's lots of choices there. All right. So everyone that bought something, get in. Buyer giveaway running. And we'll draw it pretty quick and then run another one real quick before we need to wrap this up. So everyone in that wants to be in drawing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Debbie Taff gets to pick a fat quarter. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 choices there. And this one's black with little red dots. Number 6, you want that cool Aurora Borealis piece. I don't blame you. That one's cool. So let me find your bin, Debbie, so I don't lose who won it. Debbie. Hey, Bert, where's Debbie? Let's see. Sorry, if he leaves, I'm lost. I don't see Debbie. Okay, I'm just going to put your name on it. Okay. If all else fails, pink tape. Debbie. I mean, I can look it up, but then I get mixed up who won what. So, all right, that's yours. All right, and then running again. So, this giveaway running again. Everyone get in again. And we'll give away one more fat quarter and then we'll go find someone to raid. And if you have any last requests, tell me quick. If there's anything in there that you need me to flash sale or run, let me know. Looks like we sold out the batiks fat quarters. Let me run. There's 2 more mystery fat quarters in there. If anyone else wants to add a fat quarter, I've got it on flash. You can just swipe there. And everyone getting this giveaway. All right, drawing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is going to Cindy. Thank you. And thank you, Debbie, for your purchase. Which one would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Let me go up close so you can see. This one's like a crackle. Number 1, that green crackle. That's pretty, isn't it? All right, so that's going to Cindy. Congrats. And tomorrow we're doing a raid train. We're selling faux leather sheets and scraps. Yes, you want the stripe. Let's see which one, the teal green or the blue? That teal green one. Okay, yeah, you bet. Let me run that for $1 for you. Fat quota. Teal green stripe. That's running. It's a nice one. And Becca is taking that. She needed that for something, huh? Becca. All right, I've got your name on it. All right, any other requests? Thanks so much, everybody. Let's go find someone to raid. Have a wonderful day. Please bookmark our upcoming shows. This show will usually be on Thursdays. Just depends on the week, but if you have all our shows bookmarked, you'll be bookmarked for wherever I put it. And Friday, tomorrow, raid train. Saturday, we're going to do the upholstery fabric show. Thank you so much, everybody. And let me go see who we can raid into. Stick around for just a second for the raid. And let's go give someone a nice raid. How about, oh, Charms Creations is on doing patriotic 250th anniversary. She's a lovely seller. Shannon is her name. Please give her some love. And here we go. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day.